I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Yo, welcome to the SC Experience, aka your boy Eric. Man, we back with day two, and then a very, very eventful day two with the Raiders. Man, overall, if I'm being honest, if I'm being 100% honest, it might be I might have a different take than a lot of people. But before I get to that, shout out to everybody that's in here so far. We'll have more people come through as time goes by. But shout out to whoever's here so far. Let me see who's up in here. Shout out to Port. What's good? Port Jaw Raider in the building. What's good? Good to see everybody. Salute. Salute to Prez. Let me make sure I'm on the right mic. Yep, I am. All right, bad. Shout out to EJ Raider. What's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to Philly Sports Talk Podcast in the building. What's good? Ray Love in the building. Salute Holly. What up, sis? Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody. Mad Dark Atheist is in the building. Let me see. Shout out to Capitan Rafael, the youngest go. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Shout out to NYG Jeff. Uh, you're welcome for Waller. I'll tell you that. You're welcome for Waller. I think this is a dumbass move from the Raiders, but it is what it is. Shout out to Jeff though. Shout out to Jeff, man. Your office just got a whole lot better as long as he stays healthy. I'll tell you that much. Shout out to Willie Wayne. What's good? Shout out to Tubi Chila. What's good, Chila? Good to see you. Shout out to George C in the building. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So as you can see on the bottom of your screen again, there is in the bottom of your screen all the recent transactions so far today. A lot of trades. A lot of trades. Well, not a lot of trades, but some significant trades. Some signings, some re-signings today. Overall, if I were to give today a grade for the Raiders, I know people are gonna be mad, but let me explain throughout the live, and I'm gonna bring the person backstage right now, right after I say this. Um, I'll give it a D, a D grade for the actions we did today. It don't make sense. We're doing the same mistake we have done the last 4 years, and that's build the offense first, and then waste time, and then when there's just a little bit of defense left, you start trying to get these depth pieces, thinking that mediocrity is gonna work in significant parts. We signed Teamer today. Y'all understand that, right? And we just got what's his name? Robert Spillane from the Steelers. You understand who he is, right? He's one of the worst coverage linebackers last year. But let me bring up my person backstage, man. You seen him yesterday. You're gonna see him again. My brother here that always brings one of the best point of views and perspectives of the Raiders, has a lot of knowledge, and of course, not only knowledge of the game, but knowledge outside of the game. And you already know, man, has some famous sayings throughout the um how do I say this? He has some famous lines across the Raider Nation. You feel me? 2 for 1. You feel me? He likes his big Shirleys. If you need some big Shirleys, you already know. Hit him up. He got you. And on top of that, I was gonna get popcorn, but I didn't. I should have, especially for today. But we seen the same movie again. My brother here, Raider Twan, in the building. It was good, Twan.
Hey man, I had to jump on this quick, man. I didn't even have time to pop my popcorn, but you know what I'm saying? We've seen this movie before, man. We've seen this movie before, and it's sad that we're seeing this replay.
Yeah, it was it's something to wake up and see some rumors, and then as hours pass by, it comes official. But for me, I'm not mad that Waller's gone. Like, I'm not like, oh, fuck this, fuck that. Nah, not at all. Hell no. What I'm mad about is that not only could we got more for Waller, but we just gave him up for absolutely a third round pick. Okay, a third round pick, some people may value it high, and I hear a lot of people talking about the draft, which is understandable. But we gotta understand that the draft is not always 100% with every single player that you draft. Maybe one or two will work, but everybody's thinking that all 11 picks are going to be starters and are going to be superstars. That's not how the draft works at all. So when you tell me, what would you do? What would you build? I would build talent, some talented superstars, talented players that could make an impact to the team. Now, does Robert Spillane, does Marcus Epps do that impact? If you truly look at the numbers, they're both horrible in coverage. They both have allowed 100 plus QBR rating last year alone. So when you really look at the numbers, are they really that good that people are thinking? But I do like the Marcus Epps more than the Robert Spillane, because Marcus Epps does give you one of the most important things, availability, and not only that, he also gives you a potential, which is fine, But I want to see what you feel, Tom. What do you feel about all the moves today? And shout out to Queen. Shout out to John in the building. Good to see you guys. Shout out to everybody's Auntie Six, everybody that's joining us right now. Twan, what you feel about today's moves, man? Overall.
You know, last night I said, the moves did push the needle.
Mhm.
And I think, to be honest with you, I think the needle has moved back. I think we've moved back. Um, and again, this is just day two. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see
yeah.
the overall situation, but this is just day two. And to be honest with you, I really felt like we've moved back. the main thing that we've been saying has been our issue
Hmm.
is the defense.
Facts.
And what did we really do to address the defense? Have we been aggressive with our defense? And as up to this point, again, the day is still, the day is still young. We don't know if there might be a late,
Yeah,
addition.
of course.
But the additions that came to us now have all been on the offensive side of the ball. So what, what I'm saying, outside of the splaying, what I'm saying, but when you're when we know that defense is really our issue,
Hmm.
did they really address our defense? And that's the question that I would ask everybody in the chat or just everybody in general.
Hmm.
Are we addressing our defense? And if you say no, then we've gone backwards. Now the whole Waller situation, I understand. Yeah, Waller wasn't around. What I'm
Hmm.
saying, he wasn't on the field as much as we would like for him to be.
Hmm.
But you know, to get a third round when we've heard reports out there that we could have got a first for Waller. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Packers were ones that were offering a first for Waller. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's interesting. I really want to hear the story as to why, what I'm saying, they decided to get rid of Waller right now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? The newly married Waller. You know what I'm saying? To a wife that pretty much home is Las Vegas. Why all of a sudden we got to ship him to New York? What happened? So but right now, just overall, I just think that the needle has gone backwards.
I feel you. Let me bring up who's backstage, and then I'm gonna address a comment here because I feel like I get it from a standpoint of what me and Twan are saying. We're not saying like the free agency is over. It's not over. It's day two at the end of the day. But how many times are we gonna do the same thing we did last year? We're hypocrites. The whole nation's hypocrites, including me, because we did this last year. We were like, "Oh, it's okay. It's day one. Oh, it's okay. It's day two. Okay, we got some defensive depth pieces that are gonna work good." And then we end up with those depth pieces at the end of free agency, and then we say, "Oh yeah, they got talent. We're good." And then we go into the season, they don't work out magically, and then it's like, "Oh, we didn't have talent. It's fine. We don't have talent." But then we were saying we had talent and depth in the beginning of the season. So that's what doesn't make sense to me, that we got to continue saying the same shit over and over. The reason we keep saying the same shit over and over is because we keep repeating the same shit over and over every single year, no matter who the coach is. I don't know if it's just if it's just Mark Davis as overall the thing. Uh, I'll send you the link right now, Dirty. I got you. For me, I feel like I get it. It's not, free agency is not over, and I did say this, and there's receipts to prove it. In the beginning of, I think it was Ben's live. I think it was Raider Ben's live. I typed in his chat. I feel that there's a trade incoming that's gonna help us, and I really do feel that way. I really do feel like we're not going to use all those picks for drafts. I think we're going to use those picks for a trade. I think there's going to be some picks that are going to be used as a trade. And I really do think that Waller trade in a long in a little bit is going to work out, because they might use that third round pick, flip it, and we might get a defensive player that could really help this team. And that's why I'm not stressing it too much. I do believe a trade is incoming, and I'm gonna say this 100% right now. I predict the trade is incoming, and if it doesn't happen, I was completely wrong. But I do feel like something's brewing. Um, uh, just like last year, I said it, and Devontae Adams became a Raider. So I do feel like something's gonna happen. So that's why I'm not really running to the grocery store. Be back in a few, but I'm watching. Just let me know when you're back home, and I send you the link, or I'll send you the link right now. Let me bring up who's backstage though, man. This is my brother from Southern California. You feel me? Representing, as well as the Smokeout Hour, always waking and baking, and he's always ready, man. Uh, to spark one up, no matter if he's stressed or not. You already know, man. He's always here for a good time. My boy here, man, Raider Gabe in the building. What's good, Gabe?
What's cracking, Tom? What's cracking, just
Hey,
SC?
hey, what's good with you,
Chilling,
fam?
chilling. Just watching these moves, pretty much. Just these
Hey,
depth
hey,
pieces, pretty much. Doing.
Hey, I think we kind of I think we can make it easier on all of us, man. I think we all can predict who's going to be our next pick. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is look at if they was a Patriot.
For real. I mean, but what I do like, the only thing I like about that, I know that in most cases that shit hasn't worked. You know, with different franchises trying this shit, but also the different franchises that have tried this shit have not had a fucking an offense like this. But besides that, I just think that it's better to get guys in here that you're gonna use for depth that are familiar with the system. You know what I mean? Last year we brought in a bunch of guys that we thought were gonna probably work, like Jayon Brown, like like a Anthony Averett, like those type of guys who we pretty much kind of wish that were probably gonna fit, but didn't fit. You know what I mean? So it's the only thing that is assuring to me is that maybe you're getting guys that could probably fit the system that are familiar with the system, and I do like
Yeah.
the Spillane signing. I like
Mhm.
the so much the Philip Dorsett I think was is mostly like a depth piece to where we're gonna use for
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
special teams type of guy, because that's one thing that when Joe Judge was with when he was with the Patriots, that's one thing Joe Judge, fucking raved about him. He loved his special teams play. You know what I mean? And special team. Joe Judge was a special teams coach. So that I mean the Jacoby Myers, I was still a little head scratcher. I mean, I still want to see what they're gonna do with Renfro, but there's also reports out there, that I mean they've used two slot receivers in their fucking offense before with Danny Amendola and Julian Edelman. You know what I mean? They had two slot sets to where they had two slot receivers that were above average, to where I think you can maybe use both of them. I still don't. I don't know how that's gonna work out with Renfro's, especially with this contract. But I don't know, man. I like the depth pieces, and especially with well, last year I think the shit that kind of why I think we were so excited, from day one, day two, because I don't think we were too excited day one, day two, day three, until we didn't. I don't think we started getting excited till day four. When the fucking
I think it was day
when the
4, right?
when the Devontae Adams, fucking news popped, and then Chandler Jones shortly after. You know what I mean? So I think that's when we started really getting, kind of excited. And I think the difference this year is, though, you're not going to need to make those type of splashes. You know what I mean? You're not going to need to make a Devontae Adams type of splash. I think you get some good pieces in here to where like there's free agents out there that you can do where. And I agree with you that I still think we're going to use some of this draft capital for a trade to get somebody in here that's gonna be help this team out a lot on the defensive side.
Because moves like that, bro, are for bigger moves. Like those little moves that teams make is not for nothing. It's for something. And I do think that it's gonna all add up at the end. I do think there's a trade incoming, like I said. Overall, I just feel like more that bugs me is that people don't realize that you gotta do both. And when I mean both, I mean build through the draft and build through free agency. People think that's just now build through the draft. It's not at all. Look, let's put the Chiefs and Eagles in perspective because they're the most recent Super Bowl teams, right? You look at both of their rosters. Both rosters have quarterbacks that were drafted. They both got drafted by the significant team. Chiefs drafted Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts was drafted by the Eagles, I believe. Yeah, and then you go into the wide receivers, right? You look at the wide receiver core for the Chiefs, right? You have players that were drafted by them, like um, I consider him a running back slash wide receiver, and Isaiah Pacheco, a 7th round pick for them. Sky Moore was drafted from them, was his rookie season last year. But then you fill in those other gaps with people from free agent. Juju Smith was a Steeler, became a Chief. You look at what's his face? Oh my God, Kadarius Tony. He also was a Giant before he was a Chief. And then you look at Travis Kelsey. I believe Travis Kelsey was drafted by them, if I'm not mistaken. And you go on the defense side of the ball. Justin Reed, their best, arguably their best defensive player last year, he was through free agency. But then you have those gaps where it's like Lil Chanel, rookie, Trent McDuffie, drafted by them. And then you got Legarius Sneed, right? And then you got Juan Thornhill that wasn't with them. And then I could go down the list with all the Chiefs of
You know what I
exactly
mean?
that half and half. is like, okay, some of them were drafted by them, some of them were not, some of them were free agents, but you see star players from free agents mixed in there. Same thing with the Eagles.
More
AJ
too, no?
Brown, what happened?
More too, no?
Sky Moore, yeah, from Boise
Sky
State.
Moore.
And
Yep.
then you go on the Eagles, you see Devontae Smith, right? Drafted by them. But then you got AJ Brown that they traded for, and they gave us a signing to. So I'm just saying, what I'm saying out loud is that not every single position needs to be from free agency. I mean, from oh yeah, from free agency or from the draft. In some gaps, you could utilize a person that has a lot of talent that is in free agency, and then with the other gaps, fill in these young players that could learn from those superstars, from those stars, from those all pros or pro bowlers, or even people that are impact players that are veterans. And that's all I'm saying, right? Right now we're getting depth pieces, it's fine, but I just don't want us to make the same mistake we made last year, where it's we bring in these people that have underrated talent and stuff, and then it don't work out, and then we all say they didn't have talent in the first place. And that's what happened with Jayon Brown. People hate on Jayon Brown a lot. But if you really look at last offseason, especially in my videos, I broke down Jayon Brown, and he was one of the best coverage linebackers in the last 5 years, better than 90% of the linebackers. And then he comes to the Raiders, shits it up, and then out of a sudden, a lot of people said he never had talent. The guy always had talent. It's just that the coaching staff, I don't have the biggest belief in. I don't know. But it is what it is. But overall, Gabe, if you were to predict tomorrow, you think we go all defense tomorrow? You think all the today was all offense? As
Yeah,
like,
today was all offense, dog, and it's been, I mean, we've had, some defense players to where you got Robert Spillane. I mean, yesterday you got Marcus Epps. You know what I mean? I mean, I like those two pickups. I mean, there's still a lot more, lot more holes to fix, but those two pickups are kind of like are good, pieces. Especially the Marcus Epps one. I mean, he started all 18 games, I think, or 19 games of the last year's, Philadelphia Eagle team, and they were the number one secondary in the league. You know what I mean? So I know that the defensive line helped out a lot. So that's why we also have to build that defensive line to help him out again, so he can look that good again. But I mean, a player like that doesn't hurt. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Especially for
yeah,
the price you're getting him at. He's young, and Spillane's also young, 27. You know what I mean? The dudes, we're getting we're getting guys who have at least done something in the NFL, to where you have a little bit of track record, and they're serviceable in this league, and good actually. So and they're real cheap. You're getting them real cheap, and then you still have a fucking boatload of fucking draft picks, dog. And
yeah.
8 of them are in the first 5 rounds. You know what I mean? So 8 picks are in the first 5 rounds. I mean, that shit's crazy, dog. I like that fucking that's it's structured like that. We have a lot of dudes that we can get, dog. Because I mean, there's a lot of value even in the 5th round.
Yeah, there is. It's a very deep defensive class. I will say that. Didn't the nation want? Let me see what people are saying. Shout out to everybody that just joined us. The Raider Way was good, man. Shout out to Montana Fox. At least we didn't pay 11 million for Lazard. Shout out to everybody, man. And I see people talking about Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is somebody that I wanted last year. I really enjoyed his play. One of the underrated slot receivers. The guy has a very good catch radius, and he could catch the ball. The guy
And
could
he
run
learned not
routes.
to throw the ball back. He learned to throw not the
Okay,
ball
that
back,
too. That
not
too.
with us. That's the good thing. He learned that last year. That's
That
the
too.
good
Yep.
part. You know what I mean? He didn't
Hey,
have to
he
learn
got
that with
better.
us.
We made him better. Now he's with us. So fuck it. Hey, I'm all for it. But he's a really good underrated player. I like Jacoby. I like that signing a lot. I will say that. I like a way 100% better than Matt Collins. I will tell you that. And then Keisha Cole. You feel me? But I see somebody saying something about Darren Waller. Didn't the nation want Waller to be traded? People are hating that he was a rapper and was off the field now much. Not that he's traded. It's a huge mistake. It doesn't make sense. If you go back to my lives, I never really went at him. I made fun of his music. I will say that. But I did say I wanted him back another year because I feel like when he's healthy, and even in the last few games, he played pretty damn good, if you tell me. But I do feel like it was, I guess you could say, it was his future that we already knew he was eventually going to be on. I just wish they would have done it a little bit earlier with the Packers, because the Packers were offering a lot more than what than what the Giants did, and I feel like we made the same mistake with Carr, where if if Carr wasn't working right off the bat, at least let him play the last two games and try to up his trade value and hope that somebody actually gives us a good value and gives him a good value, or or in all honesty, in the beginning of the season, just say, hey, fuck it, we need a new quarterback. We need somebody that could fit our system, and then trade him right off the bat where his value was at an all-time high before the offseason. I feel like that was a mistake for both of them, that we waited too long. And that's what I'm saying. We could play the
Yeah.
patient game all we want, but the patient game could sometimes get you killed. Um, it's the
The thing
same
I do
thing.
like about
Yeah.
the move,
Mhm.
the one thing I do like about the move is the money it opened up. You know what I mean?
It
Because
did open up a lot.
I didn't, you know how I felt about fucking Waller, dog. Like I've been talking shit about Waller for fucking I think the last year and a half, dog. So I mean, I good
Yep.
riddance to me, dog. For me, it's good riddance. I mean, I really didn't. I didn't really think too much of the dude anymore, dog. Like, for like his last productive year was what 3 years ago now. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like to
2019.
me, it's like I and this fucking the writing on the wall too was what's his name going out there during his interview, fucking during fucking the comeback week, fucking Ziegler saying that this is a deep fucking tight end class. You know what I mean? He was putting it out there saying, this is a very deep tight end class. So I think he already has who in mind who he's gonna probably get, probably in the draft or something like that. And at this point, dog, it's like I we got a third round pick from him, dog. Hopefully
Mhm.
we could build value with that, and that's I mean the money's just more than needed.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
facts. And Berber says that's the thing, you're supposed to trade people 1 year before expected to maximize on a return. That's facts. Shout out to D Menace. Shout out to North Carolina Jesse. We the people in the building. Shout out to Port. Was good. Good to see everybody. Shout out to Bourbon. Shout out to Aider,
I do
right?
agree there. 'Cause they probably wouldn't have had to give up like they probably would have gave up. What did they give up for Da? Was it two first rounders
A first and a
or
second.
a
First and a
first?
second.
They probably wouldn't have had to give up the second. They
Mhm.
probably would have given up, last year's first for sure, but they probably wouldn't have to give up this year's second. And they
Mhm.
gave up
Facts.
a first and Waller, which the pick would have turned into a second instead of a third. You know what I mean? But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, the good thing is we still got a third round from him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
history, I mean, you've seen guys that have had better fucking numbers recently on the field. I'm talking about even I'm not just talking about tight end or anything like that. I'm just like Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he's way more productive. He has been way more productive than Jalen. I mean, than fucking Waller. In the last 2 years. Fucking even fucking Stephon Gilmore has been more fucking more productive than him, and they got a fifth for him. So getting a third for him and saving that money, I'm good with that.
Facts. And overall, I well, the funny part about it is that he just got married to a player that plays in Vegas, so it's kind of crazy that he got married within 2 weeks, and within 2 weeks he gets traded across the whole United States. So
And
it's pretty fucked up.
I was
Yeah,
hearing that him and Max got married on the same day, right?
yeah, they got married on the same day. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I heard that fucking Max had it planned for like a year, dog, and then
yeah.
that's why they have some like they had a little bit of beef going, towards the end where like the whole he had it planned and everybody I guess on the team knew he had it planned, and then all of a sudden Waller wanted to fucking plan his wedding for the same day,
Same.
on a whim, you know what I mean? And I
That's
heard
what I'm
nobody
saying.
really
Like,
showed up to fucking Waller's fucking nobody from the Raiders really showed up to the Waller's wedding.
well, shit, I wouldn't too. If somebody
Or
told
at
me
Max's.
about a wedding before, like, let's just say months in advance, and they're like, "Hey, this day, I'm telling you ahead of time, just so you could pull up," I'll be like, "All right." And then somebody just out of a sudden, "Oh, we're getting married out of a sudden. Hey, we're gonna do it this day." Like, what? Like, bro, like, no, 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 don't rush it. They could have done it the following week. They could have even done it today, and it could have been in New York instead of
Like in
here.
New York,
Yeah,
exactly.
like, it's just funny how that concluded. But in all honesty, man, I have nothing against Waller. I mean, his music was trash, but besides that, hey, good luck over there with the Giants. I mean, they're building something over there with their offense. Saquon Barkley, you got Sterling Shepard, you got Brian DeBall, or however you fucking say his name. And you got Daniel Jones back, and hey, go do your thing over there in the NFC. Hey, go ahead, go rap in New York now. Now you can maybe make drill music, right?
About to
But
get
besides that,
about
besides
to
that,
about to pull his fucking big toe in the fucking in preseason.
We don't play him this year. Nah, we don't play him. I thought we did. We play the Jets. We play the
He's
Jets.
gonna pull his big toe. He's not even gonna get turned. He's gonna pull it.
Hey, he's playing the MetLife, bro. That fucking stadium is. It's cursed, bro. It's that stadium is horrible. You guys think Renfro is gone? I haven't seen reports.
Question mark. Yeah, that's a big question mark.
It's an interesting topic. If he leaves, if they trade him away,
I mean,
I don't know, bro.
I know that his contract's big, so I know it opens up a lot more money.
Lot of
But
money.
damn, bro, like it's like shit.
What is he worth? That's the question.
Mhm,
I think
exactly.
he's worth a lot. I think he's worth more than what Waller got, in my opinion. And I think a sec, well, even then, bro. I would do this. Give me a superstar defensive player, and I will give you a fifth in Renfro.
Somebody like a superstar defensive player that kind of matches up with this contract,
Mm-hmm.
and that like you know what I mean, and you can like kind of like kind of make a swap for it. You know what I mean? And that would be I would like that even just fucking straight up shit. Fuck it.
Because then you
Or
would have
if we have to give up a fifth, or if we have to give up him and a fifth for their defensive player, and and it's comparable in contract terms. Fuck it. We need defense more than offense right now anyway.
And even then, it's not going to really make a big blow on the offensive side of the ball. We'll not only have more cap space after we let go of Renfro and go get that defensive player, but on top of that, we'll earn a defensive player, like you said. And you have Jacoby Myers next to Devontae Adams and then Philip Dorsett, which, in my opinion, especially when Renfro was out and he was out with the concussion, you had Matt Collins, Devontae Adams, and then you had who? Keelan Cole a lot. I think Jacoby Brissett. I think Jacoby Myers, Philip Dorsett, and Devontae Adams is already a better receiving core than Devontae Adams, um, Matt Collins, and
Better
Keelan.
speed. Fucking Philip
And it's
Dorsett ran a
speed.
4.3. Philip Dorsett ran a 4.3 dog 40s. In his fucking combine when he came out.
Facts.
So he's fucking fast, dog. That dude's fast as fuck.
Fact. He said Renfro and a fifth for Leonard Williams from the Giants. Would you do that?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Hopefully Chandler retires and opens up money. He's not gonna retire, bro. He loves the money he's getting right now, bro.
And he knows Patrick Graham's system, dog. Leonard Williams.
And that's if I'm mistaken, that's my USC brother right there. That's that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's that Trojan right there. I could see Renfro going to the Saints. Imagine Foster Moreau signs with the Saints and then Renfro goes to the Saints. At this point, bro, we're swapping with the Patriots and the Saints are swapping with the.
I think though the Saints don't have especially with signing Thomas today. They were already 10 million over, and then they just signed him, right?
You know who they
So,
just restructured? No. They restructured. They restructured Michael Thomas. They restructured Cameron Jordan, and they restructured one other player, and they just opened up more than 27 million today.
I know today. Oh, today.
Yeah.
Cameron Jordan was restructured a couple of days ago, no? To open
Was
up a
he?
lot, yeah. Because I know that they were over 20. They were over 20, and then Cam Jordan opened up like 10 to get them within 10. But I think they might have restructured some other guys today. I think they were planning on restructuring Lattimore, I think Kamara, and somebody else. That's who they were planning on restructuring. I think I read something like that.
I didn't find it. I seen it somewhere.
But I think some of that money was used towards fucking what's his name today, right? Because they re-signed him today. What's his name? Fucking Slant, Mr. Slant. What's his name? Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. They did restructure. They did restructure Kamara and Marshawn Lattimore yesterday.
Yesterday.
They restructured him yesterday, and then 10 hours ago,
Cam Jordan.
they restructured Cameron Jordan that created 29.2 million in cap
Between all
space
three of them.
between all three of them. So that means if they were down 10 million, they would be up 19 million. So they have 19 million to spend, which I think they just, I don't know. Saints restructure. Oh yeah, they restructured Michael Thomas 6 hours ago. So this was 4 hours after the 29.2. So that means
Wait, they restructured Jameis or they re-signed Jameis? on a revised contract or something like that.
Well, they I don't know what the fuck.
Was
How did I
Jameis
look?
a fucking free agent this year or no?
Agency. Let me see. I confirm this. Let me see.
Let's see.
Um, they signed Derek Carr. Yes, we know this. They re-signed a bunch of nobodies except for Johnson, which is their tight end. Then they restructured. So
Signed the deal.
this has been a loan this whole offseason. Marcus May, they
Jameis Winston didn't
restructured.
restructure. Jameis Winston re-signed.
Yeah, these are
Signed
the
the deal
players.
to be the backup quarterback.
Facts, and these are all the players that restructured for the Saints: Marcus May, Eric McCoy, Ryan Ramczyk, Will Lutz, Tyrann Mathieu, Demario Davis, Lattimore, Kamara, Michael Thomas, and Cameron Jordan. So 10 players restructured. They and Taysom Hill. Then they lost their defensive tackle, the other defensive tackle, Marcus Davenport, their defensive end, and Caden Ellis, their linebacker. And yeah, so they restructured 10 players in total. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Restructure. They told him to restructure or be released. I take Olave for Hunter and a fifth. Oh, they still have Chris Olave. I
Right
fucking.
here, Jameis Winston is finalizing a deal to return to the
Okay, so they're
Saints.
signing him. Okay, okay.
So a deal is worth 1 year, 4 million, with incentives to bring the value up to 8 million. So it's a new deal because he was a free agent.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me update this tracker because somebody just signed for New England. Jabril Peppers heads to the Patriots. Um, but what do you think of what Josh Jacobs said earlier?
I don't know, man, because I mean, it's like I don't really like reading into tweets, dog.
I
Because
know you have
look at
your
yesterday. You remember yesterday the DA? Everybody thought that was about DA. Everybody was reposting that shit. The
mhm.
DA shit, the shit that what like that little thing that he said. If you haven't spoke to me in the last 3 weeks, you know what I mean. Don't hit me up or something like that. So everybody was thinking about that it was because of the fucking Jimmy G signing, and then literally a couple hours later he put, bro, this isn't about Jimmy G. And then he put Jimmy G, hey, let's get that
Let's
bag.
get
You know
him.
what I
Yeah,
mean? So I'm not looking too much into it, dog. I'll wait until Jacobs actually, because Jacobs ain't the one that bite his tongue, dog. I think Jacobs will let people know what he actually feels. He said it before, he's told the team before. He didn't hold back when he said the fucking Pro Bowl sucked. He didn't hold back when he fucking said, he's willing to play under the franchise tag. Just a dude that's gonna speak his mind. So like as far as the tweets, I don't really look into it.
we got some news from Adam Schefter that happened 4 minutes ago. Raiders are signing fullback Jacob Johnson on a 1 year deal. We're bringing back Jacob Johnson for a year. So
I bet
another
you
offense.
fucking Josh likes that.
Yep, Jacob Johnson is back for another year. And there's exactly what reports that to Jacob Johnson has resigned for a year. So it is confirmed from Adam Schefter. We're bringing back Jacob Johnson for another year, which I'm fine with. Hey, fuck it. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I mean he what Josh Jacobs had his best year with him,
He did. He did.
blocking up for him. So it's like, I mean, I bet you fucking Josh Jacobs is happy with that.
And
Having a dude to block like that in front of you.
it's also another offensive move again today. This just shows you that it's about to be a lot of bullets flying tomorrow of defense. And
I think so.
if they continue doing offense tomorrow, I'm gonna be very surprised. But I do think they're gonna start firing a lot of bullets towards the NFL as far as we're signing defensive players tomorrow. And I think a trade will happen Thursday and I think latest Saturday. But I do think something's brewing as well. So that's I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little, but I am a little nervous just because of how it's transpiring. But besides that, I do feel like there is something brewing. And I'm continuing to say. Mark Davis said Vegas is where players are all come. Doesn't look like no big name came. We'll see. I think they're signing these players, right? Jacoby Myers doing this, and I think it's a huge smoke screen of, hey, we're going after offense, so nobody else should worry about these big name defensive players because we're not going after them. And then out of a sudden, boom, behind the scenes, they were working on a contract with this person, they were working with this team, and it's gonna be some shit like that, bro. I already
It's
know.
crazy though, because a lot of these moves, other than maybe the Jimmy G, some people just because of the ties, You know what I mean? They're unexpected, dog. So just keep expecting unexpected moves, and it's gonna, who knows who they're
Yeah,
gonna come, dog. Like last year. I'm telling you, like last year didn't wait till like the weekend. You know, I mean, I understand what's his name, fucking Farley underperformed in fucking Chandler Jones, but you know when we signed him, I mean, there was some, belief that, hey, maybe he could shore up the defensive line. And it's like I still think there's that at least one of those signings, left for us. There's one of those, dog, that's gonna come through in the next couple of days.
facts, facts. And shout out to the 90 people in the chat, man. If you guys can, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also subscribe to my boy Raider Gabe, just like that Raider Gabe, and Raider Twan. If you guys can, man, support the brothers, support the nation. They're gonna make a big move soon. I think so too. I think it won't be the equivalent, like Gabe said earlier, the equivalent to Adams, because getting a guy like Adams, you're getting the top receiver, like the top in their position. But I do think we will get a top 10 player in their significant position. And I feel it. I just don't, I can't tell you what position, but I feel it's a gut feeling, and I think that there's something brewing, revolving
I
around.
would even take a Dexter Lawrence from fucking the Giants, dog. That
Yeah.
dude's fucking badass too, dog. That go trade for him or something like that. Go trade like a third rounder or something like that for him. Shit,
Facts.
I would do that shit too, because he's in
And
his fifth year option, so he's gonna be a free agent next year. They're not gonna want to get rid of him for nothing. So this is the year to talk to them about it. You know what I mean? This is the year
facts.
to maybe offer something for him. You know what I mean? And then rework a deal with him or something. But that dude's
Fact.
good too. And he's a run stopper, dog. Like that.
Mhm.
He's somebody was saying in the chat. He's like a baby Aaron Donald, dog.
Facts. I'm looking at my phone right now to see the updates because I missed a couple. So the Eagles, of course, they land James Bradbury back, right? The Cowboys, if you guys missed it, they acquire Stephon Gilmore, which that alone already makes their defense 100% better. Besides that, you have Andy Dalton is expected to reach a 2-year agreement, which I thought he would have retired by now, honestly, but he's going to Carolina. Um,
Same deal as fucking like a same exact deal as fucking
yep.
Stidham.
Yep. And then Cowboys are signing back Van Der Esch, so they're getting their linebacker back. Um Raiders, of course, Robert Spillane on a 2-year deal. Jaron Reed goes back to the Seahawks for a 2-year deal. Um Cowboys just became in the mix for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
Patriots
I heard.
re-signed Jabril Peppers. Trayvon Mullen, my arch nemesis, Trayvon Mullen, is
Turf Toe.
re-signing with the Ravens. Turf Toe is re-signing with the Ravens, so he's going back to Baltimore. Adam Thielen is gonna visit the Panthers on Wednesday, so that might be their replacement for Moore that they traded away. Then you got Samson Abukam that is going back. Oh, former 49er has reached a 3-year agreement, a 27 million with the Colts. And then Raiders recently have brought back Jacob Johnson. So yeah.
And there's still a lot of defensive fucking free agents out there, though. Like there's still like I think that fool Okunjobi. There's still
Oh no, he just signed back. Larry Ojanobi
oh
just
he's
signed to Steelers. To Steelers.
Chauncey Garner Johnson. I mean he's still
Yep,
out
he's
there.
still there.
You know what I mean? There's still
A
quite a
lot.
bit of guys out there that you can like Poyer still out there. So I just we gotta be more emphasized on that now. We have the emphasis has to be on that now. You know what I mean? Get the guy that you're gonna need. I'm not saying go out and go spend the whole fucking thing on and give, because they're smart. They've been giving out good contracts, and like because old fucking regimes would have given fucking Jimmy G fucking $200 million and shit. So that's the fucking like that's why I like at least I like the numbers part of it. It's good. Drew Tranquil, Anthony Palencia, yeah, that was another name supposedly we were supposed to keep an eye out, because he was gonna be a guy at the Raiders we looked at. But we'll see, man. There's still Wagner out there. There's still, fucking Levante David. There's still quite a bit of guys out there though that we can maybe go get. I mean, there's still Rocky Sin, who I don't know if they're, even willing to go resign. Uh, there's still guys out there.
Facts. And it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a wild ride the next few days again. It was already a wild ride today. I did not expect any of the moves that happened today. I really thought the first signing today was going to be a defensive lineman, if I'm being
Yep.
honest. Calais Campbell, no, 100% no. He's 37 years old. I think he needs to retire. In my opinion, I think he played a great career. But for me, I would have taken McDaniels has a green light to build his own team. Mark Davis allowed him to do so. You kind of see it, you
The only
know.
way I want Calais Campbell, dog, is if, like, say we because Calais Campbell, I don't think he's gonna sign till he's the type of dude. He's old. Dog. He ain't gonna go through no training camp. So don't expect him to sign till like in August, September, dog. That's one dude. When they're that age, these dudes do not want to go through training camp, dog. So uh, just trust me when I tell you that he's not gonna want to fucking sign till like maybe September, October. So the only reason I would want a Calais Campbell is if we get one of those late in the fucking
Facts.
preseason type of like little dingers like last year with fucking Frackwell. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
supposed to be a big time fucking linebacker for us. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason I would want like a fucking a Calais Campbell. You know what I mean? If it came down to that.
Facts. And let's just this is not a prediction. Let me repeat this again. This is not a prediction at all. This is just looking at the teams we're playing this upcoming season and seeing what moves have they so far made in free agency. Have they gotten better? Have they gotten worse? Let me actually share my screen here for you guys so you guys can see it both physically. When you look at it, when you go down to it, the Broncos did get 100% better in my opinion with the Sean Payton addition and then boosting up that offensive line. And on top of that, seeing their defense, we're gonna see what happens with the defense. The Chiefs are Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs are chiefing. They let go of their best tackle and they gain a tackle that could maybe get to that potential and way younger. So they got a tackle there to substitute. Besides that, they didn't really lose anybody. A lot of them are on contract. The Chargers are kind of going down. Eckler kind of wants out. On top of that, there's still several people that need to restructure or leave the team. On top of that, Cleveland has not made a single move that I have seen that has even shown me anything. The Falcons have made moves. They got the best safety, if not the best second to first safety on the board with Jesse Bates. They got a lot better there. As far as their quarterback position, they're going to improve. Carolina just made a very big splash to try to uh, get a rookie quarterback to start. You'll most likely see Stroud there or somebody else there start for Carolina. The Steelers did, in a sense, are just staying low right now. And then you got the Bengals. That are Bengals. I haven't even seen them make a move. The Bucks, they're going down completely down the drain. They are ass now. If you ask me, wait, we play the Saints. Wait, oh, it's 2024. Am I stupid? No, this 2023. Why did it say 2024 right there? This don't make sense. Oh, it's right here. I'm
There.
stupid. Oh my, I'm fucking done, bro. Get me out of this. Gabe, take over. Gabe's buying my channel, bro. I'm fucking done.
We got the let's see, we still got the games.
Get me the
I mean,
fuck out of here, bro.
our division is gonna be tough, you know what I mean? But then you got I think the Patriots are gonna struggle. I think you got Green Bay who might, be, rebuilding type of shit where you still gotta see what Jordan Love has. Can the fucking Minnesota, stay on track with last year? I mean, they gotta get better on defense. I mean, that's one thing about the schedule though. Like you can't actually see the strength of the schedule until all of these fucking moves are made. Like,
The
because there's
draft
guys
and
getting
everything. Yep.
fucking let go from teams like left and right. Like, look at the Packers out. Packers lost Alan Lazard, lost Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? So that doesn't look as a tough a game anymore. You know what I mean? The Patriots are losing everybody to us. So like that doesn't look as a tough of a game anymore, dog. So it's like I just there's game, and then the Broncos. I know that they're better, but I mean, I don't know. I think we still can. That's still like winnable games in our division, just because it's. I don't know about the Chiefs, but as far as the Broncos and the Chargers, I think we can. But the question mark is still picking up defensive pieces, bro. That's the main thing right now. Picking up
Yeah.
defensive pieces, because the rest of those teams right there do look tough. Like the Lions look good, Dolphins look good, Bills, fucking Bears even are even looking, a lot improved. So we are gonna have to, if we want to win some games this year for sure, we are gonna have to fucking make some more moves.
Hey, I agree. I agree with you, Gabe. I think this situation is all gas, no brakes. We we got all gas on offense, but there ain't no brakes on the defense. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? We it look like we can score a whole bunch of points, but we ain't gonna stop shit on the defensive side at this point. So they need to go ahead and make it do what it do and quit playing it and get us a defense.
Because right now, let's see, we still need at least another. We need our number one corner, though. We need to go out and get a number one corner.
Yeah.
That's the
Guaranteed.
one thing we do. Because I mean, that's one place that we are fucking glaringly there, and defensive tackle are like the most. I think you could probably go out and get maybe draft a linebacker or two like that, and you still got. Fuck, I don't believe in him too much, but you still got Diablo, you still got Masterson. You know what I mean? To where, fuck, man, I don't want to put too many fucking eggs in that basket, but I like the Spillane. I like the Spillane fucking that signing. We just need to
Okay.
go. I think most important right now is probably corner and defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, and I know you brought this up, and I was looking at that too when I started looking at some of his highlights on Spillane. He's a young linebacker, but his coverage is kind of
Iffy.
And
Yeah.
and if that's the case, is that the sign that's letting us know that Perriman may not be that guy? Because again, Perriman is exactly that type.
Yeah.
Of, you know what I'm saying? He's good at stopping the run. He's good at tackling, but coverage is suspect. And we just got another linebacker that's just like Perriman. You know what I'm saying? That
Yep.
has those attributes, right? But just younger. So is that? Do you think that's kind of the writing on the wall for Perriman? Like we may not see Perriman back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna probably try to go get a coverage linebacker in the fucking draft, man.
They might.
A
That
young
might be
dude
the direction.
who has speed. You know what I mean? A young dude who has speed who could fucking possibly keep up with these fucking dudes, man. Because I mean, going the older route, that shit doesn't. I mean, once they start getting a little older, they start losing a step, and there's fucking all these young guns in this motherfucking league now, dog. It's like those are some of the positions you gotta keep getting younger at. You know what I mean? Like there's some positions where you can stay. You might need that veteran help in. Like I think defensive tackle, you can use that. You can use it in the fucking in the offensive line, cornerback even. You know what I mean? But like as far as like corner, fucking linebacker, when you start losing a step, man, that's just hard, man, because you better have great. I mean, really great technique if you're gonna start losing a step. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes speed makes up for that little bit of technique, and when you're young, you got that little bit of speed that could probably make up for that. And shit, man, that's
I
why
just
I
yeah.
think they might go young.
All I know is I didn't circle this before, but I'm gonna circle that Giants game now because that game is gonna be interesting because not only Waller going over there, but you have a second year head coach against a second year head coach as a
Yeah.
Raider. I'm gonna say as a Raider, not overall, and that's gonna be an interesting matchup between those two guys there. Um, but just looking at all of that, right? Just looking at all of them,
Huh?
the half of the teams got worse. If you're asking me, right? You think of the Chargers that are going down, right? The Chicago Bears are trying to improve, right? You have Miami that improved significantly. The
Mm-hmm.
Bills significantly, but then you got teams like the Packers that are most likely going down, especially if Rodgers leaves, right? Then you got the Patriots that they ain't even doing shit to try to improve their shit. Minnesota, they lost a couple of their defensive players and they were already 32nd ranked and they're not even improving it. So what are they going to be? 50th ranked XFL teams are going to be better than their defense? And then you got the Steelers that aren't even making a big splash
And
besides
this
Ananobi
time this time in Vegas.
in
So
Vegas. Yup.
no more playing in fucking Pittsburgh.
And then Colts. What the fuck are the Colts doing? Sitting there looking pretty? Like they just lost Gilmore.
They cut Matt Ryan.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's
And
true. And then they gave up
who's to say
Gilmore.
the Lions? And I know the Lions, dog. They had a great resurgence last year and everything. after starting the way they did. But the Lions are always up and down, so that's always a question mark. You know what I mean? To me, that's just like it's always a question mark, dog. I mean, they weren't great enough to where I could say like, yeah, that's gonna be for sure a good team this year. You know what I mean? The Lions, especially they're gonna lose Jamal Williams, who was their touchdown machine last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think they're on the rise though.
They are on the rise.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
it's just so like iffy with them because they're always, there's also one of
Yeah.
those franchises that you just it's a question mark until you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Even with the Colts, I think they're in a position, even with their draft board, I think they're able to pick up what they need. You know what I'm saying? I think they can actually get the quarterback that they want. You know what I'm saying? To take over for them. Not saying that they're going to all of a sudden turn that franchise around, but if they're trying to build, like, you know what I'm saying, get the building blocks for the future, I think they'll be able to do that in the draft.
And did you hear about the fucking? There was a report out there that the Panthers are fucking looking at Anthony Richardson as the number one pick. That is fucking mind blowing, though. That shit's so fucking. I hope the Panthers do that shit, dog. That shit I would laugh so hard.
I see it because
For
you
real,
know why? Because
so close.
he looks like Cam Newton. And if they're trying to bring that Cam magic back, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we got somebody like a new Cam. You know what I'm saying?
But I was looking at that fool's fucking like. It's crazy how inaccurate he was.
Yeah,
He's a 50% completion quarterback, and he like had like I think in college last year, his best year supposedly, he had like 16 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. That's just not. I mean, like I understand, the measurables, whatever, all of that shit. You know what I mean? But like, damn, man, the accuracy for a quarterback is just that shit is so fucking vital to me, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Cam was accurate, especially when he came into the league. You know what I mean? Fucking first two games, he fucking had 400 plus and shit. So it's like that. I mean, I don't see Anthony Richardson being that dude. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a bum, but fuck, no, I don't think he's gonna be that good, bro.
yeah.
Hey, fuck it, bro. We're going 17-0 this year, bro. We're going 17-0. We put in a 50 points on every team, bro. We a college team now.
That's why I question. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all watch content. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I question when people were saying Anthony Richardson at 7. I'm like, what was you looking at? You know what I'm saying? I and I was joking, but I'm very serious about it. We could have had Mac Hollins, you know what I'm saying, be our quarterback if you gonna put Richardson back there. Same size, you know what I'm
Go
saying?
resign fucking Terrell Pryor. Shit, fucking
Yeah.
gonna go that.
And you know what the cold piece is? Because like we actually, we talked about it on the Dirty Lunatic show. We pulled up the measurables for Terrell Pryor, and guess what?
They're way better,
They're the
right?
same.
The
They're
same. No,
basically
but like college numbers. I mean, yeah, measurables. Yeah, they'll say, but like in college numbers, he blows fucking Richardson out of the water.
Oh yeah, he blows them out of with stats wise, but I'm talking about the measurables, like
And measurables. You know what I mean? Yeah.
or the 220. Like it's the same thing that Terrell Pryor was. And what did Terrell Pryor end up turning into? A really good wide receiver.
And I just want to say this before we continue. If you guys can, we got 80 plus in the building, man. If you guys can, please hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Helps the algorithm in total, man. Gets the word out there. Not only that, please subscribe if you're new, and also subscribe to my brothers that are on the panel as well, man. The links have been continuously getting posted by my moderators in the chat. And I appreciate my mods especially for putting in that work and everybody in there, man. If you do exactly what Terrence did right there, exclamation mark Discord, exclamation mark membership. The membership is to support the channel. Everything goes towards the channel, even super chats and stuff like that. You don't need to. Just your presence alone means a lot to me. On top of that, also the Discord is one of the best ways to reach me as well, and my Instagram. And my Nightbot usually posts my Instagram link and in every like 15 minutes. So you'll see Nightbot post my Instagram there. But besides that, Also go. You see North Cal Raider Jesse there and Terrence putting in that work right now. That you see the links right there, man. Go subscribe. Um, Tomorrow we're gonna sign Isaiah Wynn. I know last year we had a 50-50 split in the nation on Isaiah Wynn if we should trade for him last year. I'll pass on him. He said we bully people in Discord. Why the fuck would you say that, Terrence? What the fuck? It's a cool community, man. You post if you have a YouTube channel, a Twitch, or anything, you guys could promote it there. On top of that, if you have any sports news, there's baseball chat, there's a football chat. You feel me? And if you're new here and you don't know what fan I am, well, as you can see behind me and what I'm talking about, I'm a Raider fan, of course. Number one. Number two, if you see above me, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm also a Lakers fan, a USC fan, and a Kings fan. Southern California.
Lakers are winning right now.
Yep. And we beat the sorry ass Warriors back to back. Yeah.
No,
You see behind Twan too? You see behind Twan that Lakers
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
Let me get out.
We have
the way,
back-to-back games.
so you can see what's going on.
The Raiders have the Raiders. The
This
Lakers
ain't
have
that-
back-to-back
this ain't
games
the
today and
A-Herd.
tomorrow.
Hey,
The Lakers have back-to-back games today and tomorrow, dog. We gotta win both of them.
And then another thing, no offense, Twan. I wish Twan would have stuck with that LA vibe with the Lakers and be a Dodgers fan, but sadly he's a Giants fan. To all my Giants fans out there,
can't do
we're
that.
about to smoke y'all in the season 2. We're about to smoke y'all.
I can't do that.
But it's all fun.
Hey,
and
you been
games here,
watching
man.
the baseball classic or whatever?
I've seen it. I seen when Mexico beat the shit out of US.
Hey, did you
Oh,
see
I
that
did.
Did you see that Nicaraguan pitcher though?
No,
Hey, that
bro,
fool fucking
I think I seen
struck
that.
out.
I think I seen that.
He
I think I
struck
seen
out
that.
fucking 3 like superstars fucking
Bro.
from the MLB, dog, like in a row.
He's crazy, bro. He's crazy.
That fool Julio Alvarez or something like that. He struck out Rafael Devers, and then he
Bro.
struck out somebody else too, dog. Fucking
They smoked it, bro. He said baseball's still going, basketball's still going. Yeah, still going. Let's go Clippers. Oh my God, they got Russell Westbrook, and he's actually playing better over there. What the fuck? Nice job, Eric. You made Queen Raider mad at you. He also signed by the Tigers that day. Yo, hit that motherfucking like. I appreciate that. Hit that motherfucking like. Go Raiders, Dodgers, Lakers. You already know, man. Over here, you feel me? From Southern California, born and raised in LA. Me right here. You feel me?
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You already know what it is. Over here is that SC experience. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's time for not a name change, but a little bit of a brand change. You feel me? Well, we'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see. And actually, you know what? I don't know if I should do this. Should I do this? Is Prez in the chat? And is some... Let me see. Is Prez in the chat? I don't know if Prez is in the chat. Shout out to GA Patriot Bambino in the building. Chad. Sorry if I missed anybody. Alfredo Milkabeezy. Shout out to Everett. Matt. Avakazi. I'll send you the link right now, brother. If you want, just let me know. Let me see. GA Patriot, I think already said. Matt. Angry Grade out was good. Good to see you. Shout out to everybody, man. 911 JS Supremacy was good. Angel, shout out to you. Salute to you. Appreciate you being here. Tells by Diesel in the building. Sean Johnson. Jaime, saludos. Still waiting on the backstage price. You got home? All right, bet. Hold on. He said stick to the plan of what we talked about in the VC. All right, bet. Hold on, let me see. I'll send it right now. Give me a second. Oh, damn.
That's crazy, though.
Where the fuck is my Instagram? Oh, here it is. Sorry. Where the Avocado? You still got the set? Yeah, you do. All right. Bet.
Did our defense get better? No.
We got, bro. What are you talking about? We got Teamer, bro. Best safety. The best safety.
I do like that full Marcus Epps though. Dog. That dude is pretty good.
He's way better than Teamer. I'll tell you that much.
I think he's way better than any fucking safety we had on our team.
Hey, you see this? Yeah. This is how the Raiders are feeling right now. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I hope, and I'm gonna say I hope again, that we finally break the curse. Finally break the streak of being shit. I swear to God. Every single one of my teams have won a championship in my lifetime. So for everybody saying I'm bad luck, hell no. The Lakers won 5 championships while I was alive. The Dodgers won 1. My LAFC, my soccer team won 1. Who else won 1? Yeah, the Lakers.
Damn,
Yeah,
I've seen a lot.
yeah. And then
I've seen a lot.
and then a bunch of my UFC favorite fighters won championship belts in my lifetime as well. So at the end of the day, I'm good luck. It's just
What up,
you know,
Craig? Oh,
I think somebody that does truly have bad luck is that boy Mark Davis.
For real.
I sent the link to the people that wanted it. Let me know if anybody else wants the link. My phone.
Someone just
Oh,
did it.
let me let everybody know ahead of time because I haven't said this out loud either. I The reason why sometimes I don't respond to people quick is because I have my notifications completely turned off. I'll let everybody know that. I
Hollywood.
and don't call me Hollywood either. Fuck that. I ain't Hollywood.
man, my notifications stay on. Why your notifications don't stay on, Eric? You know what I'm saying? Hey, my notifications stay on. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He said, "SC is Jimmy G the next punk? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. All eyes, I'ma ban you the fuck out of my chat. Fuck you. Don't ever say that shit again. Don't disrespect my boy, man. This guy's a Hall of Famer. Jimmy G will never be a Hall of Famer, bro. I'll tell you that much. This boy's a Hall of Famer, right here. Hall of Famer. Somebody hired a Vegas prostitute to break Jimmy G's toenail, so he's out for.
Right.
God damn, Julio. What the fuck?
So Jimmy G's favorite target is a tight end, and we got rid of him.
Oh wait, was that a joke? Because I took it wrong, bro.
No, that is a joke. I'm serious.
Okay, I took it as
Either way, if you want to
Oh
be
my God,
nasty
it
about it,
is.
it's the same fact.
bro.
likes
It
tight
is a
end.
fact. It is a fact both ways. Yo,
He don't like tight ends. He likes porn stars.
Uh-huh.
You don't like tight ends. He likes porn stars, dog. Ain't nothing tight about no fucking porn star.
Uh-huh.
you know what? That is so.
Hey,
cute.
but no, but
Okay.
for real, like
No, it is.
when
It
he
is.
was
Kittle,
when he was with San Francisco, Kittle was his
his
guy.
main target. Yeah.
And then what did we do? We got rid of our top tight end, and then we're letting our second tight end.
Free agency. Hit the free agent market.
So our
No, but
first
that's
and
what I was
second
talking
tight end.
about
Hey,
earlier.
you guys can go.
Fuck.
I think for sure they're gonna draft the tight end because
Yeah,
I
they
think
are.
what's his name alluded to it. You know what I mean? He alluded to it. Ziegler. Ziegler was talking about how deep this is a fucking tight end class. You know, this draft is a very deep tight end fucking class and all this shit. He was saying it. I forgot on the week of the fucking combine when they were interviewing him.
If Jesper Horsted is our number one tight end, we got a problem. Week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what he did in preseason, but I'm just saying when you have a quarterback like that, and this is the other thing, and I said it the other earlier today. We getting all these speedy wide receivers talking about, oh yeah, they gonna stretch the field, but you got a quarterback that don't throw the deep ball.
I'm trying to. It's hard looking at.
And you can't tell me that he can throw the deep ball. He had Debo and Ayuk. And go look at the highlights and see if he threw a deep. I'm not even saying look at film. Look at highlights and see if he throws a deep ball.
Yeah, I think that's why I think that's why they even might keep fucking Renfro, to be honest, because like I was saying earlier, those two fucking slot sets, you know what I mean, to where because a lot of this shit's gonna be intermediate routes, you know what I mean, to where if you could have two of those guys fucking running them, you know what I mean, and that just gives you more of a outlets, you know what I mean, more outlets pretty much, and to his strengths because he's more of a short pass type of guy. And then you got the guy who's going to be able to, pretty much run any route in the fucking tree in DA.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, hey, if he's a short pass guy, then hey, let's get some guys in here to do that. But don't be getting stuff. Don't be getting stuff that we ain't gonna use.
Yeah, like that yak. I mean, and that's one thing that a lot of these receivers are known for. You know what I mean? Like a fucking like a DA. You know what I mean? His yards after catch. His fucking Jacoby Meyers yards after catch. You know what I mean? Those like slot guys are usually that too. But I mean, Renfro's that different guy to where he's that security blanket. You know what I mean? He's that security blanket that he's gonna, he's gonna drop. He's gonna go to the first down marker, and he's gonna find the zone, and he's gonna, give you that outlet to where, okay, you want the first down, or you can go, go deep to, not deep, but you can go to either Adams or the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's
I
a
like the offense.
here's one of the I think this is his second farthest touchdown he's ever thrown. So this is a highlight, of course. Um, I ain't gonna lie. That cornerback fucked up number one, and that was underthrown in my opinion.
Yeah, that should have been a jump ball.
He doesn't have a throw power, bro. I'll tell you that. He don't got a throw power, but what he does have is the mobility. You know,
And accuracy.
that
He has short
accuracy.
accuracy. Short accuracy.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's our quarterback, right? He's at the end of the day, his record shows. At least he put in some work to get a positive record, right?
Mhm.
But besides that, we need to build this team, bro. I always said it. Even said it last year. I said no matter who's under center, please, please, and please again, build the fucking team, bro. Build the defense. Build it. Build it. Build it. Build it. Because if you do make the same mistake again, let's just say Jimmy G doesn't work out, at least you'll have a team that.
That's what's scaring me. The defense shit. Like I know, like we're saying, we've been saying it throughout this live. It's still early. It's still, not even 48 hours in. It's still not even. It's still actually the legal tampering period. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not even actual free agency yet. But it's just scaring me that there's a lot of guys that are signing, tenders. You know what I mean? Signing, that the offer sheets and shit like that. And we just gotta get it. I just think we need a little bit more urgency. But who's to say that it's not going on behind the scenes? So I'll just wait till like the full news comes out. But I don't know, man. These little moves, the depth pieces aren't bothering me too much. They're actually I kind of like them, but we still need to do a lot more on defense.
So I'm gonna bring up somebody backstage real quick. Let me take off this fucking overlay. I only put that for fuck. Where is the brand? There we go. There we go. Bringing up somebody backstage, man. It's been a while since he's joined the panel. You feel me? From showing also all of us and showing the world that the nation is not only statewide, it's not only citywide, but it's worldwide across the whole world, the whole earth. No matter what city, what country you're from, there's Raider fans everywhere. And you'll see him around, and he's one of them, man. Representing the land that is not above, but down under. You feel me? My brother here, Mr. AR himself, Avocado, the real AR, not AR-15, the real AR. My boy Avocado Raider in the building. What's good, Avocado?
What's good, gang?
Hey,
gang?
yo, let's crack in.
Antoine,
Hey,
SC,
what's good,
Ready
fam?
Gabe, and everyone in the chat.
Yo,
How are
yo.
we all?
Hey, how you doing, man? And let me bring up one more person before we get to your takes about yesterday and today. You see him in the chat supporting a lot of us, man. Always, and he took a break a while back because he needed to for his work, man. Over here fighting for us, man, and everything, man. And I appreciate him for everything he's done, not only for supporting us, but supporting all of us. If you know what I mean. My brother here, man. You seen him in the chat, man, and he goes by Bourbon Country, motherfucking Raider in the building. What's good, Bourbon?
Yeah,
What's
what up,
up, y'all?
Bourbon?
Good. What's up,
Hey,
y'all?
good. What's good,
Urban,
Bourbon?
what's good, man?
What's
Been
up?
a long time.
Yeah, doing good. Y'all all good?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
chilling,
sir.
man. Couldn't be happier. We're about to go 17-0. That's all I know.
Hell yeah.
But before I get your take, Bourbon, let me get Avocasi's take. Avocasi, what do you feel about yesterday's moves and today's moves? Did anything stand out? Does anything worry you or anything? Go ahead, Avocasi. Let them know. Let them know. Let the people know.
I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna try and stay faithful and hopeful, but I'm finding it harder and harder. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try and stay patient. I mean, I just want us to start addressing like our glaring needs rather than like I mean, I guess we got ourselves a quarterback. Whether that's going to pan out, I don't know. Time will tell. The contract for Jimmy G was turned out to be kind of team friendly, so it should open up more cap room to hopefully sign some guys on the defensive side of the ball, especially on the defense, where we've got holes at every positional group. But I'm still waiting for them to address that. I haven't. I mean, they signed a linebacker today. Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
And is he even any good? I don't know.
That's the question mark. Me and SC were actually talking about. It's Robert Spillane. He came from the Steelers. You know, tackle wise, he's good. He's good at tackling, but coverage can be a little.
Okay.
So
once again, we're just going to struggle finding a coverage linebacker, right? And salute Jesse. Thanks for sharing out my link. Sorry, Tuan, go ahead.
No, and that's the issue is, and I was talking to SC about that because, like, you know, he sounds so familiar to what Perriman is. Does that mean that Perriman is going to get his walking papers because we brought this guy in? Because why do we need two of the same? You know what I'm saying?
But is this guy starting material though? Because from what I understand, he was a depth piece over there in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
I think he'll kind of be just like they were saying. I think he'll just be kind of like Perryman. He'll be like an early down guy if he's on the field during the defense. But I think his main contribution is going to be special teams. He's going to be a good, solid tackler and be able to make plays on special teams for us.
I get that. But we need some starters, man, especially at linebacker. We really need some starters. And is this guy a starting material? Time will tell, but I don't know, man.
Worse to hear Whitehead. No, I'm just kidding.
Please.
But you know, overall, hey, to the person that's backstage, I'll bring you up right now. Just want to hear these guys' takes real quick. Bourbon, what you feeling, man? What you feeling about all this so far?
Man, at first with the whole Jimmy G thing, I was like, oh no. Because like at the beginning, like before free agency ever began, and like when we first got rid of DC, I was like, we cannot get rid of DC and have a downgrade at all. And like to me, Jimmy G was one of the guys that I kept saying, I was like, I do not want to get Jimmy G because at most that's a lateral transfer. You know, to me, I don't think he's going to come in here and elevate the offense more than DC did. Maybe he'll make fewer or less mistakes, but is he going to stay healthy and stay on the field? And then his contract, like it kind of looks team friendly, like we all been saying. But I mean, still, like it's team friendly this year, but the next 2 years after that, kind of it spikes a little bit, you know, because like this year, I think on Spotrac it says it's 16.3 million for this year, but the next 2 years after that's 28 a year as a cap hit. So it kind of spikes a little bit. But then Jacoby Meyers was a guy I was saying yesterday that would be a good fit in this offense. And then we went and got him today because he was with Josh McDaniels in New England before. And in 2021, I think he had like 83 receptions, over 800 yards, and 2 touchdowns with Josh McDaniels in 2021. So if you pair that up with what Devontae's going to give you, that's not too bad. And then like him and Renfro have a similar skill set to me. Their skill set's very similar, but Meyers is bigger, a little more durable. He already knows the system, so it's not gonna be a big learning curve for him either.
Even without like McDaniels there last year, he still had with that offense struggling so bad that he still had over 800 yards.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the Patriots' offense last year was atrocious.
Yeah, but is either route runner is either complete slot receiver that Renfro is? I don't think so. I would take Renfro in a heartbeat.
No, that's why I think until Renfro's gone, I think they plan on using it like the Edelman and Amendola type of sets.
I don't think Renfro's going to go anywhere. I think they're going to run with both of them.
I hope not.
Two slot sets. I mean, that's shit scary for other teams, especially when you take into account Jimmy G's skill set. You know what I mean? Most of this shit is short, intermediate passes anyway. So when you can have 4 of those type of guys running those type of intermediate, passes, I mean, it helps him out, I think.
Yeah, because you got Devontae you got Devontae who can do whatever Devontae wants to do, basically, and then you got Edelman and Renfro killing the short to intermediate game. And then you got Dorsett, which we just got stretched the field, and then whatever tight end we bring in.
Dorsett is a speedy guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 4.3 speed.
4.33, yeah.
Yeah, fact.
I think,
Go ahead.
I think we're also running away from size too. Like, because I think I think the tallest receiver now we got is Da.
Mhm. Um,
Yeah,
no,
so
hold
Jacoby's
up.
not that. Jacoby's not that small, is he?
I think Jacoby Myers is like 6'1", something like that. I think.
6'1", 6. I
Yeah,
think
he's a
6'1",
bigger
6'1".
slot guy. He's a bigger
Let
slot
me
dude.
bring up
I
somebody
think
backstage
Eric
real
wants to
quick.
bring a guest.
Let me bring up somebody backstage. Hey, the person backstage, are you ready? Because all I see is a picture on the wall. I ain't gonna lie. I can't tell. I could not tell at
Oh,
all.
one
I
more
can't.
thing.
Oh, he
After,
good. What the fuck? Yo, he popped out of nowhere. That's crazy, yo. Oh, hey, I ain't gonna lie. He's doing some voodoo shit, bro. But my brother here, man, the king of the late nights, you feel me? Always likes to throw shows in the late night all the single day, man. One of the people that, you when you think of the group NWA, you think of this guy as one of the top ones at the top right there. My brother here, man, and he's doing some voodoo. I don't know what voodoo shit he's doing backstage, but he'll probably show you the voodoo shit he's doing on screen. Also, uh, like I say about Dirty Low, this guy likes to get dirty, but it ain't in other ways. His name is Dirty Motherfucking Raider in the building. What's good, Dirty? See what the fuck is going?
but yeah, even that fool Spillane though, dog.
What the fuck
Is
is
that
he
a Raiders
doing?
sign in the middle? Oh yeah, it is, huh?
dun, 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 dun,
What the
dun.
fuck is going on, bro?
Hello.
He said, "Hello."
The thing with Spillane is that Devin Bush was the starter last year, right? Because he was the number 10 overall pick. But by week 8 or 9, he was overtaken by Spillane because Spillane took the starting spot by then, and then they're saying during that time, the end of the end of the season is when Pittsburgh looked most dominant on defense. So I mean, I know he's not the only reason, of course not, but I mean, he also had to play a part of that. You know what I mean? And he took, a number 10 overall pick, his spot pretty much. You know what I mean? And he ended the season as the starter. So Devin Bush wasn't because he got hurt or anything like that. It's just because he got his spot taken by Spillane. So I mean, that's something to look, something to look good for. You know what I mean?
We still need more linebackers in the room. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Well, I mulled over this Waller move. Like, I like the money that's coming back. You know what I mean? It's not a whole lot, but it's some money that you can give to somebody else that's actually going to be on the field, right? Like you're. Look, I also was a little upset about the restructuring of the new deal or whatnot. But when you look at it, he's locked into a deal. Another team's not going to give him a new contract. He kind of has to play on what it is we traded, right? That's a fair deal for Darren Waller if he's actually healthy. The question is he going to be healthy? You know what I mean? And for me, at the same time, I heard last year it wasn't a health concern on why he wasn't on the field. The concern was he didn't know the fucking playbook. It was too hard for him to grasp. And that's why he wasn't on the field. Huh?
Waller?
Yeah.
Waller? Oh, okay.
Waller didn't know the playbook.
He's too busy writing bars.
Yeah, he was too busy doing everything else.
Isn't that crazy?
And then there was I don't know if it was your show, if I was listening to Ben's show before this, somebody asked, said there was a beef between Max and Waller. You know what I mean? The beef was Max's wedding was already pre-planned. The date was already out. Everybody got the invitations and everything. Waller's wedding was a pop-up.
It was. Yep,
it was a pop-up. And he fucking popped up on the same fucking day. Bro, why would you choose the same fucking day? And then you're getting ready to marry somebody you only been with for 3.5 months, 4 months? Nigga, I've been with my girl since fucking college.
That's crazy, yo.
Me too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That right there is a sip, not me. So everybody out there, change the narrative to Waller.
Hey, you know what it was. Come on, Dirty. It was the plum, baby.
That's crazy.
The plum said, "I'm ready to get married." You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he ain't gonna be able to walk across the street anymore, though. He ain't gonna be able to walk across the street and go to games anymore, though.
Nope.
I was glad we finally traded Waller. I was trying to say to trade him last offseason before this season even took off. And if we would have traded him last year, we probably would have got more for him. Because the way I look at Waller is like same thing Kobe said about Dwight Howard when LA went after him. Like, it ain't going to work because his head ain't in it.
I think you could have got a second from him because I think you could have avoided giving up that second, last year in the Conte trade, to where you could have probably just given up a first and Waller, and instead of giving up the first and the second. So maybe it could have been a second instead of a third. But if we could, I'm just happy we were able to get even a third for him, after his fucking injury history.
What do you think this means for and hello, Dirty, good to see you.
What's up, Bart?
Foster Moreau? Do you think this means we might try and bring him back now that we've gotten rid of?
He gonna be a New
Darren Waller,
Orleans
or you
Saint.
think Moreau's Gonski's
We should have never let him test the market if we was thinking about
Facts.
trading DA.
Facts.
I mean, trading Waller. You know what I mean? If you was talking about trading Darkwing Duck, you know what I mean? You should have never let Foster Moreau step out.
Yeah.
Now that Foster has a little taste of what free agency feels like, he's gonna get that wine and dine, bro. And whatever price he was asking for with the Raiders, that shit just went up. Because now I'm your starter.
Well, Foster's market value is $9 million.
Huh?
Foster's market value is $9 million.
He wants 12.
And I wouldn't pay him.
Be the starter. I want 12.
I'd only pay him 5 to 7.
So tight ends now another glaring hole we're going to probably look to address. What do you think? The draft?
Draft for sure. I mean,
because right now you stuck with Horsted and Fotheringham.
No, that's
and
the thing.
Ziegler
That's
already
the thing,
alluded
bro.
to
I think there was a lot of disrespect with the organization, and let me just put this in perspective, and I want to see your guys' insight on this little take that I got here, right? The thing is that with Foster Moreau, right, we let him test the market. I feel like it was disrespect. I feel like another type of disrespect was giving Josh Jacobs a franchise tag, and I think Josh Jacobs took that a little bit like, hey, and I want to see your guys' insight on it because he has been a little bit vocal, and I'm not gonna feed too much into it because I said I'm not gonna feed into too much of it. But it's just weird that just out of nowhere shit happens with the Raider organization, right? They trade away Waller. Out of a sudden, somebody like Josh Jacobs speaks out and is calling for a podcast. He's like, busting with the boys, where you at? He's saying, this shit is, I forgot what he said on Twitter. He said something like, oh, this is crazy or something. And with like a mad face or something. I don't know, bro, what it is. I don't know if Josh Jacobs doing his trolling shit, but I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I would feel disrespect if I'm the best
come out and talk on a podcast. Fuck it, I'll DM him. You can use my platform.
Hey, there you go. Get your promo in. Get your promo.
You got something to say, Josh Jacobs? Pull up, man. Pull up, bro.
And
I ain't busting with the boys, but
this too, SC. Like, I feel like the only reason why DA hasn't said anything is because he already let out his loose bullet yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he can come back and say something again today. You know what I'm saying? After he already said something and retracted it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why DA really hasn't said much today about the whole Waller situation.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick. I'll be right back. Take it away.
If I was Josh Jacobs, I'd be mad too. I mean, he's seeing a lot of the guys he came up with, getting traded away or leaving or whatever it is. But like the franchise tag for me is the kicker. I mean, he balled out last year, and he's this was his best chance of making as much money as he could, and to only get a franchise tag, which is a 1 year. Nothing that's really secure after that. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like he's going to have to ball out again to try and secure as much of a contract as he would have now, rather than playing on the franchise tag. So yeah, I totally get if Josh Jacobs is feeling pretty salty at the moment.
It was very much so a business move, because business wise, it's a smart move for the Raiders.
Yeah, I get that,
because you're only paying him a certain amount, and it's only 1 more year. So if something does happen, you're not committed. But then from the player's aspect, it sucks, because if something happens to him, then he's screwed.
That's what I said. Like, there's nothing secure after this year. I mean, it's a 1 year contract when, as like I said, he balled out last season, and it's the best chance for him to make as much money as he can while he can. So,
and
like I said, I'd be salty too.
And to my understanding, I think the reason why Josh Jacobs conceded to taking the tag was because he said that he wanted to have people, he wanted talent around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fine with taking the tag, but you guys got to bring people in here. And to be honest with you, Jacoby Myers is not pushing the needle for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it will push the needle for Josh Jacobs.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what. Jacoby Myers pushes the needle better than everybody else we got on the goddamn roster as a wide receiver. I'm just being honest. He's better than Keelan Cole.
Yeah.
Or Keisha Cole, how you call him, Twan.
Oh, yeah.
He's better than Keisha Cole.
Devontae and Hunter Renfrow included?
No. I'm talking about everybody else below that.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
Below that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Below that.
No, I agree with that.
You know what
I mean, and we have to replace a lot of those positions because we lost Cole, we lost Hollins, we lost a couple of
I think Hollins is coming back.
I wouldn't say we lost him, bro. I would say we let him go.
I would say Hollins is coming back because he's a valuable special teams player. So I think that they'll bring Hollins back just from the special teams aspect.
That's going to be
it. DA and Renfrow, I wouldn't be mad to see any of them go.
Too much money for that, no?
No.
Probably
like 2 to 4 million.
I know last year it was like $1 million or $2 million that he signed for, right?
I'm letting him walk, bro. I'm gonna let him walk.
His market's like
go test the market.
Are you talking about Hollins? 30?
Huh?
Are you talking about Hollins?
Yeah, Mac Hollins. Yeah, bro. I let him walk, bro. Go test the market.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let him walk.
Yeah.
He's okay as a special teamer, but not
go
as
find out what you're worth. And if somebody gives you money like they gave motherfucking Zay last year, by all means, nigga, more power to you, bro. But I'm not interested in giving it to a motherfucker who can't run a fucking route.
So that's what I think that they're doing with Foster too.
Yeah, I mean
that's that same strategy.
Foster and Denzel Perryman, their two contracts, the Raiders, those are two players that the Raiders really, really went into negotiations with from our roster. They were just too far. They weren't close enough on either side. So they granted them permission to go and talk to other teams and find out what their value is. The Raiders are willing to match the initial offer if these cats, are given something else that the Raiders don't really see. So if another team sees the value, then the Raiders may open their eyes and actually match what it is they was initially asking for.
Yeah, because Josh really likes Foster. Josh McDaniels really likes Foster.
They really like Denzel Perryman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
when looking at this, and I want to talk a little bit about this, when talking about the AFC West, right? Y'all think that as the free agency is not over, right? You still got the draft, but as of right now, who do you feel like is the top dog right now? Is it still the same way just because they just won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, or is it somebody else is emerging as that top spot? You feel me? I just want to hear your guys' take up based on the AFC West, Broncos, all of them, whatever's. Go ahead, anybody.
I kind of didn't understand what you were saying. Say that again.
Yeah.
I'll say so. Let me rephrase it. The AFC West, right? You got the Broncos, you got the Chargers, you got the Chiefs, and then you got us, right? As of right now, with all the moves that have been made, right? The Sean Paytons of the world, the Russell Wilson getting an offensive line, the Raiders getting their significant offensive moves. Who do you think truly got better so far? And is the Chiefs still going to be, regardless of everything, the top dogs because they just won the Super Bowl?
Hell, motherfucking yeah, the Chiefs are still the goddamn top dog, bro.
They're the Super Bowl champs. That's just how it goes.
Their offensive line. They literally just bolstered their offensive line, bro. Yes, they are still fucking good. They're still number one in the AFC West. You know what I mean? That's as much as I hate admitting it, bro. I mean, when you talking football.
Who do you think is second then?
Just think about last year. Last year when they traded Tyreek Hill and everything, a lot of people were saying Kansas City's not going to do as well because Hill's gone and stuff like that. But they rebuilt their offensive line, their whole receiving core. They were just like, okay, Kansas City ain't going to be it next year. But they came out and they won the Super Bowl. So,
well, from my understanding, like all the other teams have so far made moves that have made them a little bit better. Whereas I got to be honest, I'm still waiting for the Raiders to do the same.
Denver just boasted their offensive line, bro. They just gave some protection to fucking Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? They went and got a quarterback guru. They went and got a quarterback guru, and somebody once asked me, how did he become a guru? That's how he fucking became a head coach. This nigga was a fucking quarterback whisperer first. That's how he got his head coaching opportunity.
Yeah.
And then he got his hands on motherfucking Drew Brees, who everybody thought was washed and done. You know what I mean? And look what they did together, bro. They won a Super Bowl. Brees set motherfucking records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All from a guy who was said to be washed the fuck up. You know what I mean? By, unfortunately, the San Diego Chargers, who we don't trust for anything. You know what I mean? But they literally shipped him out for fucking Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
And did Phillip Rivers ever win anything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like definitely we are behind the curve right now, but hopefully all the moves that we are making are building up to something.
Yeah.
There's still more talks about offense even right now. There's still reports.
Because last year we didn't make any moves until March 15th. We didn't make a single move till March 15th last year.
The Raiders are in talks about
Darius motherfucking Phillips.
He's on the Broncos, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, hey, look, practice squads don't count for me, bro. Are you on the active roster? Are you on the active roster? Because if you're on the practice squad, you only making maybe about $5,000, $6,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you get to the active roster, then you start making, 30, 40 grand, 50 grand a month. Then we can have a motherfucking conversation. But until you get off the practice squad, nigga, you are not on the team.
I feel it. I mean, like I said earlier, and I'll keep repeating it, that I think something's coming, bro, and it's going to be a big move. I don't think as equivalent as Devontae Adams, but I truly feel like all these little moves they're making is to attempt at a huge one, a move that could really help this team a lot, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I just hope Lakers up at 35.5. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. I just had
Who
to
are
say
y'all playing?
Hey, we're playing the Pelicans.
Oh God.
hey, don't worry, Dirty. Hopefully Westbrook is doing you good over there with the Clippers.
Hey, look, Westbrook is playing way better than he played.
He is. I'll admit that he is.
Hey,
Way better than he played for y'all, bro.
This is an important game. We're tied for ninth with the Pelicans right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say this game is important.
I'm not that low on the board, so I ain't tripping.
Hopefully we see you on the playoffs, man.
This puts us at eighth. If we win this one, this puts us at eighth, and we're only a game behind. I think the sixth seed.
We up
Hey,
here.
When I win, you'll be 2 games behind me.
But see, I really hope so. I really hope that's the case, that they do make a big move, because I can also see this playing out, that you're gonna be sitting here hoping that a big move comes and it don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the big move's coming. Oh shit, we're week 1.
The Ramsey deal, the Ramsey thing should have been our Devontae deal this year. The Dolphins got him for a third and a bum ass tight end. Well, man, we could have gave up Darren Waller for Ramsey and been like, all right, 1 for 1, let's go.
Facts.
You gonna trade your tight end?
Yeah.
Shit. Goddamn Jalen Ramsey.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Where
Hey,
Ramsey
look, we
went
wouldn't
to,
even
bro.
have to give up no picks. That could have been a fair trade across the board.
Miami's looking scary if they get a quarterback, bro.
But the Rams need draft picks.
They do.
They do.
We trade-
Desperately.
They sold their soul for a Super Bowl. Now they're trying to undo it all.
Look,
Yeah, but it was worth it. I mean, they won a Super Bowl.
No
Right?
bullshit.
So myself for Super Bowl too.
No bullshit at all. I would have gave them both of our 6 rounders, bro, and motherfucking Darren Waller for Jalen Ramsey, bro.
Yeah.
Man, you could have had all my late round picks. You could have had the 2-6, the 2-7, bro. You could have had 4 picks and Waller for Jalen Ramsey, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I mean, if they don't redo his deal, you're only paying Ramsey $17 million this year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You want to give up players? Fuck it. Just send Aaron Donald over here. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's done with football, bro. I don't think he wants to play anymore.
Well, he wanted to retire after the Super Bowl, and they talked him into coming back.
Yeah, I really don't see him coming back. Like, if he does, it would have to be for another team that's on a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna be the Rams anytime soon now.
It wouldn't
he
be
wouldn't
us.
want. He wouldn't want to be back at his age playing for a team that's likely in rebuild mode. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
But
trying
who
to see.
cares?
That's
We're
what it
talking
looks
about the
like.
Raiders,
We're
right?
in. It honestly
I
looks
think
like
we're rebuild defense, and he would rebuild that defense. I don't think we're rebuilding the offense. Our offense is built.
nah. You ship away a Waller, you don't keep a Foster, you rebuild it.
Mhm.
But they
You
still,
now
they're
you now
talking
limited
now.
yourself to 3 weapons. You've limited yourself to DA, fucking Hunter Renfro, and Josh Jacobs.
Jacoby.
And Jacoby Myers.
Kobe's not a weapon. He's a distraction.
Right.
He's not a weapon. He's a distraction.
I think he's better than Matt Collins and Keelan Cole. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
that nigga's hands are 50-50, bro. That's a distraction.
I don't
This is
know.
why I don't look at mock drafts before free agency. I mean, now we've got
Well, that
another
too,
glaring
yeah.
hole at the tight end position. You know what I'm saying?
But
And the Raiders are in talks right now with Dalton Schultz. So I mean,
Yeah.
you get a tight end like that, then I think that's an upgrade.
We still got to fix tight end. We still got to fix the offensive line too.
And that kid from Miami, he ain't signed with them yet, has he?
Gasecki?
Gasecki? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's still available too.
He's available.
He's out. Yeah, he's a free agent this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're looking at
Hey,
Schultz.
look, I'll take Gasecki over Waller.
Yeah.
I would take
I
Gasecki
do too
over
because of
Waller.
He
availability.
can catch and he can block better too.
Yeah.
And he's healthy. That's the most.
Hey, Bourbon, how you doing, man? Long time.
I'm
no
good,
see,
Dirty.
man.
How you been, man? I was looking through an old notebook the other day and I found that old pork chop recipe you gave me when I first came on the scene.
Ah, man, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
oh,
think
look at
Dirty-
this shit. I got this shit from Dirty, man.
Are you mistaking Jacoby for Dorsett
Nope.
as a distraction?
No, I'm not. Both these niggas' hands are 50-50. I'm not mistaking nobody for nobody.
I think
Hey,
Myers
These
is
niggas'
pretty.
hands is 50-50.
Hey, if you can give me 800 yards a year, I'm good with that. Both last 2 seasons, he has
Hey,
800
look.
yards. Both seasons.
We ain't throwing the ball that much, Gabe.
Mac is throwing him the ball.
I know, but we ain't throwing the ball that much.
No, I know, but like their offense was horrible last year, abysmal, and
Yeah.
he had 800 yards.
And he had 83 receptions and 800 yards. Mac Jones' his rookie year with Josh McDaniels.
Jacoby came in the year after fucking Jimmy G left, right?
Jacoby Myers came in 2019 as a rookie.
Yeah,
As an
yeah.
undrafted. Yep.
So a couple of years. But here the only thing is Jacoby knows the playbook.
Yeah, he knows the system, and like I said, he caught 83 passes for 800 yards in 2021 when McDaniels was still there.
I'll
On
tell
how
you
many
this.
targets?
Huh?
On how many targets?
Well, I don't know,
I
but
think he only
Mac Jones was a rookie
What year?
I think he only had 13
in
games that year.
2021.
In 2021, he had 126 targets, 83 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 42 being his longest, 65.9 catch
Okay.
percentage, yards per target 6.9, 1 rush for 9 yards, and he fumbled once. The following year, in 2022, which was last year, he had 96 targets, 67 receptions, 804 yards. So he still hit the 800 mark with less targets with 69.8 catch radius. He improved his catch.
Is he
by
fast?
4%.
So his
Anyone
hands
know if he's fast?
hands are getting better.
Yeah, his hands are getting better. Well, technically in 2020 he had a 72.8 catch radius, so he's always been above 63. His lowest was his rookie season, which was 63.4.
Does anyone know if he's fast?
He's
No,
not
he's
fast. Like I
fast.
said, him and Hunter Renfro have a very similar skill set.
Similar skill set,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bigger.
Just
He's just bigger.
Jacoby Myers is a little taller, a little bigger, so he's not and a little bit more durable.
Is he fast? That was my question.
No.
Anyone know if
No.
he's fast?
He's not a burner.
He's no,
not
but
a
he's
burner like
I'll
Phillip.
tell you like this. He's not a burner, but he plays faster than his 40 time. I would
Yeah.
say that because his 40 time is close to like a 4.6, but he plays faster than that. You
so
know what I
Dorsett
mean? Like
is the speedy guy that we brought in.
he's shifty. I'll say that. He's a shifty type of dude.
Yeah.
He plays the slot, you know what I mean?
70% catch is not bad. It ain't great, but it ain't bad. Now the question is
That was with Tom Brady.
when he's not catching the ball, is that in crucial times? You know what I mean? Is he dropping the ball at crucial times where he can't take the pressure?
As long as he don't throw the ball backwards, that's good.
But isn't that what we would have?
Bro, that's
Devontae and
another
Renfro
concern,
for?
bro. Where's your head at in the game?
Hey, you best
No, but you
believe fucking Chandler Jones and all them are gonna clown him as soon as they see him.
No, that's a
Bro,
fact.
you
wearing that
Hey,
uniform is
that-
gonna remind them.
That might be the reason why he's
Wearing
on
that
the
uniform
team.
is gonna
You know what I'm saying? They might.
man, if you
Let
Hey, that
me,
might be the reason why he on the team. Like, hey, you remember I helped y'all out last year? Y'all owe me one.
nah, we don't owe you shit, nigga.
Hey,
Hey, it's
look,
like,
hey,
hey, it's
Uh-huh.
like Lethal Weapon 2 when it kept putting that fucking picture up. Every time you walk in the locker room, it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
I know
picture of
the
you,
one.
bro.
fact.
You know, so like, hey, he's gonna be wearing that jersey, so I think he's gonna be reminded every day, like, oh shit, I can't throw the ball back. Can't throw it back.
You come out here and pull a Deshaun Jackson, bro, and run the wrong motherfucking direction and a fumble, nigga. We gonna be upset. We gonna be upset, bro.
So I wanna two things. Lo, I sent you the link in your DMs. I got about like 15 more minutes, but I want to give a shout out to GA Patriot. Salute to you, man. I appreciate the 4.99. Greatly appreciate it. He said Jacoby Myers was the third highest in TD passes for the Raiders last year. Wait, what?
Patriots. I
Yeah,
think
he
he
threw
meant.
that interception for a touchdown.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, a fumble. It was actually he threw the fumble. It wasn't a interception. He threw a fumble.
So
For a
see, he already
touchdown.
got chemistry with the Raiders. There you go.
Yeah.
Raiders. There we go. That's good.
All right, gang. Just on that note, just before Dirty comes in, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna jet. I gotta take my dogs for a walk. So good
Yeah,
to
I
have you. See you guys again and chop it up with you guys. It's been a bit of a minute, and I don't know, man. Hopefully all this shit pans out.
Hey, it will. It will. We got a couple more days. I think tomorrow they're gonna make a splash. Hopefully.
Yeah. And one last thing. Despite all the
Oh
criticism,
damn.
Darren Waller, once a Raider, always a Raider. I'm just wearing this now before I either wear it, use it as gym attire, or retire it in my closet. Anyways,
Hey,
There you go.
Red
There
Knight
you go.
Technically, he was still a Raider for the beginning half of this day. So yeah,
He was.
He's still a- all right, gang. Take care, y'all.
All right.
Peace out. Well, let me bring up the person backstage. He's backstage. You feel me? All the way from Central California. You feel me? Always likes to get dirty and low with multiple shows now. My boy here. I think he's ready, right? My boy Dirty Low in the building.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's
man?
good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, Blow?
Yeah, I knew you guys would tell. What's up, motherfuckers? All right, man. What's good, brother? I haven't
What's
seen you
good, bro?
forever,
Yeah, what's up? There you are. You're in the dark lights with the blue light again.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll make it a little bit brighter in here, bro. Yeah.
You know what?
I
Hold
mean,
on. Let me...
It's a little dark in here. Hold on a second.
No, the brightness throws me off. Just
Oh,
keep it
does
like
it?
it is.
He's like, no, make it dark. You're ugly. What's going on?
I'm so glad I didn't buy a Waller jersey.
Fucked up thing is that because when I lost all this weight, I got rid of my card jersey and also my Waller jerseys this year because they were too big and I got rid of them and they're both gone. It's my fault. I gave the bad juju.
Shouldn't have lost weight.
Should have lost weight. No, I should have. I just should have been a fat
Hey,
ass.
but do me a favor. Do me a
What's up?
favor. Get a custom made jersey with McDaniels on the back and get rid of that bitch too.
You so dumb.
You don't have a number.
Hey, that
You
might
don't have a
work.
number.
Hey, that might work.
Hey, just put 0 on the back.
0.
put a 0 on the back.
0.
Zero.
0.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, make a McDaniels jersey, man, and go ahead and get rid of that too, man. You
Man,
know what?
I might
Don't
as
even
well.
give it to nobody. Don't even give it to nobody close to you, man. Send that shit to the Goodwill.
I'm gonna wear that to a game, bro. I'm gonna be geeked out, bro. Shit.
There we go. I made it red. You feel me? I gotta pop out the LED lights too. I made it red. You feel?
Oh, there you go.
feel
Oh,
me?
you got the
Maybe
lights too?
It's for good luck for the breaking news. Hopefully some breaking news happens within the next 10 fucking minutes. Hopefully. But
red light.
you feel me? I'm sending my car jersey back to the NFL shop.
I
God.
haven't heard that song. I'm gonna bump that song, bro, when we're done.
He said
walk the street for money.
Ozzy says, I see what Ziegler and McDaniels are doing. The 2023 draft is defense heavy, so they're filling offense first in free agency, but I think we get a D team and another inside linebacker. I'm not the biggest fan of rookies across the whole goddamn board, but I am a fan of building with young talent. But hopefully
Look at Kansas City's defense. That defense is young. Look at all the guys they had.
Yep.
Seattle.
Yeah, I was talking a little bit about that earlier. I like these teams that are coming up because they're showing a blueprint of how it's supposed to be. With
Right.
Seattle, with the Lions, even Detroit, they're coming back from the Matthew Stafford shit. You
Mhm.
got what's the other team? Fucking
Eagles, Chiefs.
Chicago, the
Chicago.
Bears.
Hey,
They're starting to,
Chicago.
so they're. It's just I like the way it's going. Shout out to Pyro. Pyro says positive vibes. Shout out to the
Pyro.
1999 man. I appreciate
Salute,
you,
bro,
Pyro.
bro.
He said positive vibes.
Salute, dude.
I will say this. I'm still positive. There's still tomorrow. Tomorrow officially people can sign the contract. Tomorrow officially contract future all that. But there's still a lot of free agents out there. I think there's more free agents available on Wednesday than there were last year around this time. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it plays down. I do think a trade's incoming. Like I said, that's what I'm holding on to. And if I'm wrong, then shit. It is what it is. But, yeah.
I don't think we're going to make a big time trade this year because I don't see them giving up a high draft pick this year. And Waller would have been our only shot of the guys we traded away to get something big in return.
Well, if they're giving up Waller for a third and a lot of these other big guys for like thirds and fifths, it's still possible because we got. I forgot. I thought we had multiple fifths this year.
We do.
We have 4 fifths, 4 fifth round picks.
So are we going to really miss? Are you going to really miss a fifth if we give it up for somebody? You know what I'm saying?
At
Or
2/3, you know what I mean? So it's like if you could give up
We're
a
not
third
getting a
and
game
fifth,
changer for a 5th round pick though.
Hey, if I'm being honest, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I would agree with you, Bourbon, but I ain't gonna lie. At this point in time, bro, people are giving up star players for whatever the fuck they can get now. Jalen Ramsey just went for a third, which I thought people would have got a first for. On top of that, Gilmore just left for a fifth or something. He got a fifth or something. That's a star player. I still think is a star player. Then they traded away. Who else? I'm trying to think of other players that are
now
traded.
can you see them giving a third and a fifth?
Roquan Smith went for a third and a fifth. I mean, people are giving away people because of that cap space. That cap space is more important to them than draft picks.
Right.
That's the main thing. And shout out to Sarah. What up, sis? Good to see you. Hope all is well. And hit that like button for everybody that's joining us. We got a lot of people still in here, man. I appreciate you guys for staying here throughout everything. So, I mean, I'm still holding on to that. I feel like something's brewing. I'm gonna hold on to that, and you know, hopefully they execute it. You know,
hey, go get Slay, man. He wanted to be traded.
Hey, that boy Slay.
They let him seek a trade, right?
So, do you guys think Ziegler's like evil genius right now, bro? Am I the only one that's getting that evil genius vibes right now? Like he's actually pulling off some real fucking magical shit.
Yeah, my whole thing with this regime is like even if it doesn't work out and we move on from McDaniels, I hope Ziegler stays.
Yeah,
I think Ziegler is very smart.
He is a very smart dude. But check this out, bro. Like, I was gonna say because a lot of these fucking guys, man, we're all like, man, I don't know, man. It's just like the negativity around this shit, man, is like bad, bro. Like, we need a fucking change, bro. I don't think it's the right. I mean, it's not the perfect change, the most ideal, what everybody wants. I mean, but shit, sometimes what you want ain't what you need. You know what I mean? I think this is what it comes down to. I think this is what the Raiders need themselves. That's pretty much this whole team needs that. I think this will change the whole regime, and even if it fails, bro, fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, we can't be like, oh, we want it now, and getting mad about players that we don't want, bro. Look, check this shit out, bro. If right now, at this moment in time, if I turn around and say, fucking, what is it? What is that podcast that has everybody that like Happy Dad and all that bullshit? Say if they came and picked me up, bro. So I'm not going out with Ben. I'm not going out with Dirty. I'm not going out with anybody. Eric's gonna be editor's son, but I got my team, bro. Like I'm going with my team because I'm not gonna know who I'm working with. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I need somebody behind the camera and knows how to edit, I'll kill it press. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll put my team there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'll say, hey, I'm bringing this. This is what, hey, you want me? This is what's coming with it. You see what I mean? So it's like, I get that part. You feel me? So like, I do understand that part. And now sometimes in its fucked up part, you have to break it down all the ways. I think they should have did it right when they got here. They would have got more draft picks, more capital, and so forth and so forth. But it would have been hard to explain. Everybody basically shit the bed on themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, see, I don't think that this was the initial plan. I thought that I think that they came in here and they had full belief in DC and they had full belief in Darren Waller and these guys. Like they wanted it to come in and make it work, and it didn't. So instead of letting it drag longer, they're like, all right, it didn't work out the way we think it is. It did. It's not going to. So we're going to move in a new direction. And then at least they're getting out ahead of it now instead of dragging it on.
Yep. They're just like taking their loss, and that's what it is. So bottom line is like they wanted this shit to work out. Waller didn't work out. Renfro got fucking hurt. You know what I mean? Gave him all this money. Josh Jacobs balled out. They didn't even think that was gonna happen, right? So now they're having to re-switch everything and get rid of fucking Waller, bro. They had to get rid of him. They're gonna have to get rid of fucking Renfro too in order to build this team, bro. So
for me, Waller, I think would be like a toxic guy in the locker room, man.
You know what? And that's another thing too. I think that's what it was, bro. I think that's what it is. I think Waller just is not in football. Sometimes, what I was saying earlier, right? When I was saying this shit earlier, I was talking to Gravy right now, and I kind of wanted to say this. So some players want to come in and play. I don't want a Derek Carr that's sitting back, oh, well, because of this and but this and this, bro, you're fucking getting paid, bro. You're getting too fucking pampered. You want it fucking perfect. No, it doesn't work that way, bro. I want somebody that's going to come in here hungry, bro. Think of the movie The Replacements, bro. Think of the movie fucking The Replacements, bro. Fucking, not to that extent, you know what I mean? It's not a whole fucking full team, but technically it is, you know what I mean? Because they're going to be bringing guys off the streets. Faison was basically on the streets, bro, like kicking it. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring him in for whatever. We're just looking at him, bro. Those are not big moves. So overall, bro, this has to happen. This is just it's just inevitable, bro.
Well,
and I'm with
and
you.
like with this whole regime, that's their thing. Like they want guys who are smart, tough, and love ball, right? And you got leaders on the team coming up, like Josh Jacobs, like Max Crosby, who are all about the ball, and they don't want to play with these other guys whose heads ain't in it.
Yeah, like these moves, none of them have broken the bank. Not one has broken the bank, and we've been constantly asking this offseason that we need so much, that we need depth. Like even Earn, you know what I mean? We have 20. Like every time we sign a player, we got 26 holes left. We got 25 holes left, and these are depth pieces, dog. These are legitimate depth pieces that we're signing, and we still have so much fucking ammo in the draft. Yeah. So it's like this is stuff that needs to happen right now. These are signings that are actually needed. You know what I mean? To fill out holes on this team.
Yeah, because look at Kansas City. Look how young and but talented Kansas City's defense is. And then you look at their offense. The only superstars on offense are Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. They blew up. They got rid of Tyreek Hill and blew up that wide receiver core and rebuilt it with a bunch of guys who are good but not great.
Yeah. Hey, pull up John's quote real quick. So
we got one pick up today. After today with the 13 pick.
Yeah. So check this out. You're saying Genius Josh isn't that smart. Okay, look what he did to the Broncos. Look, okay, now check this out, bro. About fucking 4 years ago, bro, John, if you would have met me, I would have been a complete douchebag. I would have been the same person, right? I grew. You know what I'm saying? Things change. People have different perspectives, bro. At this point, you know, he's actually doing some shit, changing some shit, and trying to be in the head coach position. He's actually getting the team that he wanted that he couldn't do back in the Broncos. Now, was it like, say, if I'm going to turn back and go back and be like, oh, well, because this, that, and the third, bro, I don't even give a fuck. Right now, we have to understand, we haven't even got through the draft. Players haven't even hit the fucking locker room yet. They haven't even signed anything yet. We haven't even got a full 92-man roster, bro. We don't know if this guy's a genius or not. Now, the thing is, with him, he actually is. He's bringing his own style of football that what he's trying to do is, you know, I'm not trying to justify him because I still want to punch him in his face because he has like a snitch face, bro. It's just what it is, bro. I'm sorry. But yet at the same time, bro, how in the hell are you going to not want the guy that you drafted, went through 2 Super Bowls with, seen how the fucking playbook was run, seen how the offense was run, and watch. And then on the same time, when we needed him, he came in, won 4 straight games, and did whatever he did, right? Now, I'm talking about Garoppolo. Now he's here. Yes, a little bit injured. Yes, a little bit older, maybe a little bit wiser, bro. What not to do. You know what I'm saying? So now maybe they can get comfortable, right? There's so much potential, bro, in every single offseason. Even if we win the championship one year, we want to have that potential again to win it again. So you're going to have to make changes and adapt. So that's what it is, bro. And people don't like the change and don't know how to adapt. So they don't like the change. And it sucks, but it's the truth though.
Hey, so look, here's one of the reasons I'm not tripping, right? SC, I share something with you guys, right? Let's take a look at our upcoming salary cap, right? Let's take a look at our upcoming salary cap. This is where we're at right now. We're at 26.399, right? That's where we're at. Now, let's look at next year. 81 million next year. You have 81 million to play with next year, projected. Let's go to 2025. Let's go to 2025. You have 128 million in 2025, right? And then you go to, let's go to 2026. You have they're projected at $236 million come 2026, right? Why can't you why can you not go after some of these players and backload their contracts? You got buku money in the upcoming years. You that's not a possibility.
No,
you know what are you afraid to spend? Because it looks like you got money coming in next year. You got 81 mil next year.
Yeah.
Go out and get some of these players and just give them a majority of their money next year. I mean, it's not that hard, man.
Well, the thing is, great, bro, like you really got to understand, man. Like, look, no matter what, at this point, we're a team sport. No matter how much the money's up, we got a lot of money going out that are for players that aren't even on the field. We can't start getting ready to backload all this shit and put more pressure on that, because you know what? Then we have to make more room and stuff like that, and it gets washed away after a while, bro. You know what I mean? But yet at the same time, right now, we need to just focus on just getting enough players to fill this at a professional, like good fucking, like at a B level, bro. So looking at the future, that's great. You know what I mean? But we can't turn around and put us over the market later on just because we possibly might have this money. You know what I mean? And plus, we need it now, bro. Josh Jacobs was the kind of the victim of this whole situation. If he really, really looks at it, if he was smart, he has to understand just because him balling out is only going to get him money somewhere else. He was going to have to take this franchise tag, bro. He knew that was coming.
Look,
because of what was going to happen.
His own, look, the reason why I'm not mad about it, out of his own mouth, he said, I'm okay with the franchise tag,
right?
If you're going to build a team around me.
Okay, and that's what they're doing, right? So the thing is, if he's okay with that, every other player has to come in and understand you're going to get under. At this point, every contract that has been out, every single player has got under their market value. So we're saving money and we're cutting corners, bro.
But we're cutting corners, and you're also cutting talent.
That's what.
You're saying the people that we don't got any talented.
You're cutting corners and cutting talent.
You're telling me Epps ain't talented.
Look,
huh?
You know, you're telling me Epps ain't talented? You're telling me that the other two receivers that we got
where did Epps rank in the top free agencies, bro? Where was his ranking?
Bro, I don't know that. You know I don't know that. Just
exactly, bro.
He's not a talented player?
Outside the top 50, bro. You're not moving.
Does he make our defense better? Does he make our defense better?
Hey, I understand he was in the Super Bowl last year and all of that. That's great. But you can accredit most of that. You can accredit most of that to Bradbury and motherfucking Gardner Johnson.
Okay, I said that. I understand that.
So I'm just saying, like, that guy's not that guy. Hey, look, he's better than Merritt. I'll give him that.
So then it's an upgrade.
Slightly, but we don't know where we're going to play him yet. We don't
I'm gonna say that.
The biggest thing is that we've gotten a lot of B-level players, and we're all waiting on the A level.
Yeah, of course.
I think you got to give some A-level money, bro. That's all I'm saying is you got to give some type of A-level money, bro.
Right.
I'm not saying do it to everybody.
Of course not.
For something that you need, say like a Jordan Poyer. Tell Jordan, hey, look, man, I can give you half of what you asking for this year, but you know what? Next year, I can give you actually a little bit more than what you're actually asking for. You know
that's what they did. That's what they did with Devontae's contract.
We'll give you money from what we owe you this year, plus what we owe you next year, and say we give you half of what we owe you the following year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know I mean,
that's what they did with Devontae's contract
in one season.
From my understanding, Berman, if I'm wrong, I might be wrong though, but I think The only contract that's solidified that that contracts, you're not going nowhere is Devontae's. Everybody else had like a 1-year clause or something like that. You're not performing, you're gone. And that's why I think Ziegler was giving all these extensions out to make that possible, right? He was thinking that Waller was going to pan out. They didn't pan out. And that's why Jacobs was getting the butt of it at the end of it and didn't get his 5th-year option. You see what I mean? So, like, I see what you're saying, but it's kind of like, it's a little bit different because he's the only one contract that locked down. Even when they extended Derek Carr for all that money, that was going to get the $40 million next year. He didn't get that much money up front for the extension. It was supposed to go next year, but he had to earn it, and he didn't get it. See, that's where it's at. So everybody's contracts like that. Renfro's contract like that. Waller's contracts was like that too.
But see, Devontae's contract ain't really like that. Devontae's, I tell you, I think Devontae next year will be Devontae's last year on his team unless he reworks his deal. Because Devontae made $12 million last year cap hit. His cap hit this year is 14. Next year his cap hit's 25, and then in 25 and 26 it jumps all the way up to 44 million. Are you paying Devontae Adams $44 million at 34, 35 years old?
At that point, if we got a Super Bowl, we'll be able to restructure.
Yeah. But see, his dead cap money. So then in 25, his dead cap money is 15.7, and in 26, his dead cap money, if you cut him, is 7.8.
Yeah. Here's the thing with overall, right? This is what I'm gonna say about the whole back to the same topic as we're talking about A level, B level talent, right? And I said this earlier, and this is what I want to make this very clear on where I stand and why I was a little stressed earlier. And I know some people, I was going at it with like, I think it was Michael in the chat, because I think people are misunderstanding what I feel about these moves. The reason why I'm a little mad is not because I think free agency is over. It's not over by any means, but we keep making the same mistakes over. We made the same shit that's happening right now was the same shit we did last year, where we brought in these guys that are potential, that have talent, right? In certain cases, like, oh my God, Jayon Brown, oh my God, Anthony Avery, they look good in significant team. They show glimpses. Okay, but they were never big names, right? Like the Von Millers of the world, or the Jalen Ramseys, right? But there were people that like, hey, they were good in the system. They look good. They're cheap price. Hey, let's do it, right? They come in, they don't work out. Now they don't have talent out of a sudden to the whole nation when they actually did. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't need to do free agency across the board, across all the positions. You don't at all.
Correct.
You take all these Super Bowl teams like the Chiefs and Eagles. I even went through their roster. They have people that they drafted, and they have people mixed in that are superstars that are from free agency. And that does, and like I said, that's what I want the Raiders to do in certain positions. A D tackle, get somebody that is an all-star that you could get cheap, that's a really good veteran that can make an impact, not a player that's like, hey, this is a good depth piece. Fuck it. Depth is going to work. Depth doesn't always work when you don't even got a main star there. And at the end of the day, I just think the Raiders need to stop making that same mistake they always did. They did this with the Reggie McKenzie. I mean, they did this every single year for the past 20 years. They keep making the same mistake. And now I feel like they're going more towards the offense than the defense, when defense truly is important. And people keep thinking that, oh, no, it's all about shootouts. Why get in a shootout when you could put enough points on the board, and then you don't even got to worry about a shootout? You feel me? So in my stance is that we need to build through the draft and build through free agency, and what happens to be the first thing is free agency. So let's take free agency by storm. Let's get superstar here, then there, and then bring in rookies that are going to learn, bring in depth pieces, and you still could afford all that. That's what all these teams are doing, and the blueprint is there. Is just, is Champ Kelly, is Dave Ziegler going to go through that or not? You feel me?
Yeah.
So
That's how you build a team for longevity, because you got to have a lot. You got to have a majority of a team filled out with a lot of good B and C level players, and then you have to have those A players in key positions to be successful. And those key positions, some of them are universal. Some of the key positions are specific to a team scheme,
right?
So you got to figure out what that is.
Yeah, another thing too is like we got to remember Diablo's coming back, and he's probably going to be a little bit better, maybe a little bit lighter, better suits to the system now. You know what I mean?
Well, Diablo was leading the team in tackles until he got hurt, and even after he got hurt for 3 weeks after he was hurt, he was still leading the team in tackles.
Yeah, so there you go. So there's that part.
You ain't in no damn LA right now, bro. You would have hit somebody. You would have hollered at somebody if you was in LA, bro. Stop.
And honestly,
you was just at home. You was just
I like
at home.
Massachusetts.
No, so like I like him too, Matt, and I see he said Masterson too. He's a good run blocker, bro. But when you go to go play, coverage, you don't turn your back to the quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
You don't do that, and that's every time when I looked at him, I seen his jersey number, bro, because his back was always to the fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the only
He's
thing I
got
don't
good
like.
instincts, but I feel like he's got really good instincts, but he needs to fine tune some things.
Right. So check it out. So we have him. We have Tulane now. If we get like a David, or you know what I mean, I don't want Wagner. I do not want Wagner. If we can get David, or what's the linebacker that we got? Is it Tulane?
Spillane.
Oh, you're muted, Gabe. But see, that's the thing though. Diablo, I mean, if he gets a little bit healthy, learns the system a little bit better, I think he needs to lighten up a little bit. You know what I mean? Play a little bit faster. I think that's probably going to be the best bet, bro. Like, I think one good splash at a cornerback, there's really nobody now. So now we're gonna have to go to the draft. So
Byron Murphy from the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's good. And then, but you still gotta get in linebacker, you still got that dude Drew Tranquil who has some ties to supposedly talks with the Raiders so far. So that's another linebacker who would be a great pickup, dog, if we could pick up him.
Yeah.
Drew Tranquil.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick thing because I have to go. But is anybody going live right after this? Anybody? Dirty?
But
Dirty?
I think that's the issue that we're running into.
The what?
What's that?
Well, not being able to
actually
go after these guys.
That's facts. But
Yeah.
look, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. Completely forgot. Oh, I'm gonna go around everybody and see what your guys' takes overall from the last 2 days and seeing what moving forward would you do tomorrow, and then where they could find you and stuff like that. No lot lizard Tulio. Let's start off with Gabe. Gabe, let me know what's going on these past 2 days, man. How you feeling and what do you feel moving forward?
The past 2 days, I mean, they've been slow moving. The pieces that have been signed, I like, as dead pieces and stuff like that. Especially we haven't moved any fucking really draft capital. We've still we opened up some money by trading Darren Waller. So I think we as far as the last 2 days, I think it's been slow moving, but the moves have been okay with me. I think it's just at least until Sunday. Then I'll make like a full, pretty much assessment of this week, even though, free agency is longer. But most of I think that the actual guys that you're actually going to probably make the biggest impact are going to be gone by then. So I want to make, have a better understanding then to where we're going to be at, and more of a better plan of what we're probably going to try to do in the draft. You know what I mean? So just slow moving, still a little bit patient. That's about it, though.
And where they can find you? Where they can find you? I don't know if you.
Oh, you can find me on YouTube right here, man. Fucking Raider Gate 420, or just talking on when on the panel with at Dirty Low, SC. Anybody got a show 30? Just man. We talk some Raider football and shit. I mean, and then there's a UFC fight this week. So we can do something with that though this week. And we
bro, get with me, bro. Let's do that. If we want to do that Saturday night, we can do that because
I'm gonna do a lot of
later. I'm gonna go watch the game right now. I'm gonna go watch the game and just hit me up tomorrow, later on tonight, whatever, bro. We'll just chop it up.
For sure.
Yeah, you'll see UFC content and then some of course Raider content. So yeah, man, just stay tuned for sure. We're gonna do some things.
For sure. I'm in, fellas.
All right, so hey, there you go, man. Bourbon, go ahead, brother.
Hey, last 2 days, you just like I'm like most of us, just been sitting and watching, and we've made some good moves and brought in some good key team players and positions and stuff like that. But we know we're all waiting for that move that makes us go, oh my god, yes, we're waiting for that, and it might happen, it might not. We'll see. Hopefully, it does. If not, we just gotta trust that Ziegler and them know what they're doing, and we'll see it play out. That's the thing I think with a lot of people, they want instant gratification, but building something like this to be successful, if you want to become the next dynasty or something like that, it's going to take time. So I think we just got to believe in it and hope it all works out. And if not, we'll be back in the same shoes again.
Mhm.
Then hey, there you go, man. Hey, it was good having you, Bourbon. It's been a while since you've been
Yeah,
on
no
panel
problem.
or even
Yeah.
talking football, man. I greatly
I
appreciate that.
appreciate you sending me the link, bro.
Yep,
Put
always,
me on
always.
the channel.
Twan, let them know, Twan. And then we're gonna go dirty and then low. Go ahead, Twan.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Is day 2 of tampering period. You know what I'm saying? And what I've seen, I'm not too impressed with it. It's not really pushing the needle for me. And I think you know, and I'm just being very honest with you. A lot of the discussions we've been having is about these role guys. You know what I'm saying? And we need on this team where we're at right now, we need those household names. You know what I'm saying? We need those household names at those specific points. And to be honest with you, the only real household name we have on our defense, which is our serious need, is Max Crosby. So you know what I'm saying? I hope they're able to, you know what I'm saying, all this moving and fidangling that they're doing. I hope they actually can address some of those household names and needs of our defense so that we're able to get back to where we need to be and be that competitive team that we know that we all can be. Raider Twan on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and join the party. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you playing with yourself. And then also if you want to you know, talk to me on IG, you know, hit me up at Twan TWUAN, and any content creator out there that wants to connect with me, wants me to come on their show and you know, talk a little Raiders football or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just hit me up on IG. And if I'm available, then I'll definitely show you some love. So yeah, IG is Twan, and then Raider Twan. Please subscribe.
There you go.
For sure. Dirty Raider, you here? Or you're still at the beach?
Brother Nimse, he's fishing.
He's fishing. Low, take it away, and hopefully he comes back better.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Wasting my time. Oh, sorry.
It's a good song.
Go. Start getting all into it. I was like,
It's a good song.
yeah, as far as right now is concerned, bro, like I'm fucking with it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Look, sometimes the change that we want is not the change that we need, bro. And that's where I'm with it. So it's like I was like, fuck. Like I mean, if Gabe wasn't there, bro, I probably would have broke something, bro. Hey, your mic, you're muted again, but no, but like, I mean, I have this thing about 72 hours, bro. Like, you get some bad news, any kind of news, 72 hours usually gives you a good clarity of it right now, you know. But the first initial shock is like, shit, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? So that's where I was. But overall, bro, even though I still want to punch McDaniels in the face, and even if I become a famous reporter, I'm going to tell him to his face. He has a punchable face. You know what I mean? It's just one of those faces. But I'm gonna give them their due, man. Even though it's kind of looking like a shit show and whatnot at this point, bro. I'm a Raider fan. I'm never ever gonna be anything else. There's no way I can wear anything else, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm here, bro. I'm with it. I'm with the change. Let's fucking do it. I need them to make a good pickup with any linebacker that's available right now. You know what I'm saying? That's a free agency, and I think everything else in the draft, bro. And then let the undrafted. I want a bunch of undrafted players. If you look at their their history, their undrafted players end up becoming real big players, real contributors, and get big contracts, bro. That's where I think Ziegler's strong suit is the undrafted players. And we're gonna hopefully, if we can get a couple of those big guys, man, on the defense side of the ball, bro, that want this money. And I think that's what they're doing. They're making these players come to play, to earn it. You know what I mean? That want that opportunity. That's going to fucking go that extra fucking, you know, going to run until they throw up. All that shit, bro. Like, get to that point. Those are the players that I think that we're looking for, and we're not overpaying for that shit. You got to earn your keep, bro, no matter what. Shit ain't roses at the beginning, bro. You know what I'm saying? You start off with 2 viewers, and then you end up with 1,000, bro. But it took a long fucking time to get there, bro. It's just on any level, bro. So I'm with it, bro. And Raiders till I die, bro. Straight up. So that's it.
For sure.
Oh, Dirty Low, YouTube, TikTok, IG. That's it. Yeah, so.
Is Dirty back?
Brother Noomse. Nope.
No, he's still in Vegas. Well,
he's in Vegas.
When he
Now
comes
to
back,
Vegas.
he's gonna
Man, he
see
can
the
try
whole
to
panel gone. Shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, we had 90 strong for more than an hour and a half. Now there's it's up to 70. I know other people are going live as well, man, throughout
Yeah.
everywhere. And I know people got stuff to do around this time, especially me. So that's why I'm closing it here. But I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, it's gonna be back to back to back to back days. And he has a bomb counting from 11 seconds. What the fuck?
He's-
Yo,
Oh Jesus.
Dirty is crazy. All right.
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna
I'll be
back in
live
5
tomorrow,
seconds.
10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
For sure. I'm gonna wait for Dirty. There you go. 2 seconds, 1 second,
Yeah.
0 seconds.
There
NWA
it is.
shit with attitude.
Nice.
We're
Is he
have
gonna
to do
come
this
back?
without
Or that was
the-
his part two?
That's what it-
Oh,
gotta do it
he
without-
might be going live. Okay, he might be
Oh,
going live. That's what it is. Okay, bet.
he's going
Um,
live. Okay.
Anyways, go over there. If Dirty's live, go over there. I don't know if he is.
Wait,
I
is he live?
haven't even checked. Shout out to everybody though, man. Like I said, this was the SC experience, man. Please hit that sub button, hit that like button. We're gonna continue growing. Road to 2K still goes. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right,
On that note,
peace.
y'all, Raiders, do what I said, man. Let's do it. Do that, man, and I won't be mad. Until tomorrow, y'all. This was the SC experience, aka boy Eric and my panel, man. I appreciate my panel for being in. Everybody in the chat, man. And on the way out, hit that like button, subscribe to everybody on the panel. And again, tough time never lasts, but tough people do. And you guys are some tough people. And we're some tough ass Raider fans that are gonna get through this shit. And hopefully they give us some positivity tomorrow. You feel me? On that note, y'all, SC experience, aka boy Eric, man, and we are out. Peace.